Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry we started a little bit late tonight. It seems as though some people are not getting their notifications. So we just wanted to give it a little bit more time to see what was going on. I still have not received my notification. So something is definitely, I don't know if it's my thumbnail, if it's my topics. It's always something, right? Anyways, tonight we have a good show. We have a lot to catch up on tonight with you guys. We weren't here last Friday, but of course, we are going to cover quite a few things that were missed and that are going on as of late. As always, and probably up until the election, we have Trump and Joe Biden on the agenda. There's just a lot of different things going on with the both of them, from Project 2025 to Stop and Frisk to The View, basically claiming they're going to support Joe. Well, not The View, Whoopi Goldberg. Everybody else is turning on him, but Whoopi says he can shit his pants. I'm still going to vote for him. So we'll talk about that. Then we're going to talk about Bette Midler calling for Republicans to get arrested and for Jim Jordan to get executed. I don't know what is going on that it's suddenly okay for people on the left and all these celebrities to just outrightly say they want to harm people. One of them being our president, the other one being a congressman. But all of a sudden, it is okay. It wasn't okay when we were saying anything, but now when the left does it, it seems to be just fine. And also, as always, we're going to talk about some culture news, some entertainment news, some funny stuff. We're going to get caught up with you guys. So you know the drill. Go get a snack, go get a drink, relax, and get ready for the show.
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ops.
so many ops.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
You know, I am not trying to hear anything about us being late when we come on here and there's like 6 people. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
she told y'all.
I sat for probably over 30 minutes today waiting for Karine Jean-Pierre to start her press conference, thinking she was going to say something monumental. And 8,000 other people waited with me and had the comments blowing up. So you guys,
8,000.
yes, 8,000 people. So you guys, if Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House, and Joe Biden can pull those types of numbers, why can't we? Like, what's wrong with you guys, Marlandon? That's what I'm asking you, okay?
I just got the notification.
Mo with the excuses. Come on now.
Ooh, and then she tried to flip it on y'all. Y'all saw what she did? I sat here quiet. I didn't say nothing. I'm not in this.
Because Soonie gonna talk about you behind your back. But see, I'll do it to your face.
See, everyone knows that's not even me, bro. Nobody believes your lies. All right?
They're truths. I only speak truths.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Mo just got this way, okay?
I did not. I've been this way.
She just got this way, y'all. Remember how nice she used to be? She didn't want to make public comments.
You did this to me. I blame you.
See, what happened to you?
You turned me into this like angry savage.
I like how you put angry in there.
Angry. You turned me into this angry savage person.
She's like, hey, hurry up. What's going on here?
Yeah. No, you know what's funny is I know I'm not the only one, because I watch a lot of YouTube, nothing like political or anything like that. I actually watch a lot of like mindless YouTube, like mukbangs and like, couples who prank each other. I like that type of stuff. And, they all complain like about their subscribers and subscribers. I'm about to get under your skin really quick because and this is not like me bashing on you, but I just want to say this. You guys are so demanding and so needy. And like, I know I'm not the only one, because like all these other YouTubers, they're like, we love our subscribers and we appreciate you guys. And they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars off their subscribers. Okay. And they're saying this. They're like, but y'all are so critical. Like, if we don't talk about what you guys want to hear, all you do is complain. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Seriously.
we
Yeah.
can't do
Like,
nothing right. Yeah,
you
you're
can do
right.
nothing right. You cancel a show because you just need to take a break because, like, mentally, you just can't take it anymore. People are like, oh, you're going to leave us hanging on. Yes.
You have a
Yeah.
duty to your audience to tell the truth.
Yeah. But
What's
I
going
love
on?
you.
She said, but I love you.
I only talk to
Do
people
you
I feel
believe
safe.
that?
If
Stop.
I didn't care, I wouldn't be saying this.
Really? Is that your
Yeah.
excuse for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Crypt Keeper, is this the only place to watch the live? You can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, Soonie's YouTube channel, Instagram. I think Soonie has it
Yeah,
on
you can
Instagram.
watch it on Instagram.
Yeah, so you can watch it on Let's
We
Talk
sh-
Darling, Somewhere in the Middle, Hot Mike, Sam Cook, all of Soonie's different personalities.
They're not personalities. They're I have to hide. I had to
Yeah.
hide on the internet for a long time. This is no lie. Before I met you, anytime there was a name Soonie attached to my profile, it would right after creation, it would automatically get banned.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to use Sam Cook. And then I don't know what happened. They just stopped taking my pages down, and I've been able to exist online with Soonie Blanks. But for a long time, I couldn't do that shit.
You better knock on wood because they might snatch it now.
Oh, they already took my other Facebook page. I don't give a shit anymore. Once I lost that, I said I quit at life. I don't care.
Can I ask a question? Because I don't know if I've ever asked you this,
What?
but how did you come up with the name? Not Soonie, the middle child, but just Soonie. How did you come up with Soonie? Is that like a name?
Me and my husband had a gaming channel. And we decided to have a playoff of Bonnie and Clyde. So
And
he's Clyde because the beginning of his name starts with a K. The beginning of my name starts with an S. So instead of Bonnie, we just changed it to Soonie.
So it was
Soonie and Clyde. Literally it.
You guys are nerds. That's nerdy.
That is not nerdy. What? Everybody cool has a gaming channel. What are you talking about? Everyone.
Everybody cool has a gaming channel.
Anybody who's somebody once upon a time had a Twitch. I bet you don't even know what the fuck Twitch is, do you?
I know what it is. It's like Kick, right?
No.
No?
Twitch is like YouTube for gamers.
I thought that's what Kick was.
Kick might be that now, but that's not what Kick was before.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Why y'all talking about the people? At least it's not ghetto night like last night on Soonie's Live. I'm sorry. Did I take y'all to the hood too much?
You had ghetto behavior on your live?
We had fun, put it that way. We had some left-leaning black people come on my channel to debate me and Deontay. And this guy named Picasso came in pretending to be this white supremacist. But Deontay named these people niggetarians, and they kind of just lost their mind. They all short-circuited and started freaking out. So one by one, they came up to let him know what they thought about him, and he was all types of B words, and half white. There was a lot of other slurs thrown around, but I didn't realize people thought I took them to the ghetto.
The gutter sounds like the gutter.
That's funny. Whatever. I'm here for it.
Yeah. See, now you know why I don't watch the lives anymore, because see that type of stuff, I'm not.
Hey, everybody who watched was entertained because all of y'all stayed. Barack, while you up in here talking shit, because you was all up in the live.
He's always in the mess, always, and then he sits there and talks about it.
Cannibal jokes are poor taste. What?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Cannibal?
I don't know why that made me laugh either, but that shit was funny.
Weird.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Off topic really quick. Did you finish watching the Susan Lawrence
No, my ADD kicked in and I got distracted with something else. But I did watch a good portion of it. I thought we were gonna dedicate another live to that because that's a whole lot.
Yeah, we can. In the meantime, the people that are watching, remember Soonie and I talked about Susan Lawrence. She was the old woman that shot and killed AJ Owen through her front door. Like her son
Yeah.
was complaining to his mom that this old woman in the neighborhood took their iPad, called them all types of racial slurs, and the mom came over to get the iPad, knocked on Susan's door. She was banging on Susan's door, yelling at her, obviously because Susan had yelled at her kids and taken the iPad. And Susan shot her through the door, shot and killed her. Well, they finally released the interrogation after she was arrested. And I highly suggest you guys go watch that, because if for a second you felt an ounce of pity for this woman, you're not going to feel it after this.
No.
At least I didn't. And I find, my heart sometimes will go out where it doesn't deserve to be. But this woman has zero remorse, okay?
None.
And when I tell you she is lying,
she's a big liar.
A big ass liar, okay? And let me just give you an example, okay? If I were to be interrogated by the police and they were to say, have you ever used the N-word? I could quickly and surely say, no, I have not. Susan says, I don't remember. Okay, if you don't remember, then that means that you probably have, right? Then they say to her, did you have intentions of killing AJ Owens? And she says, no. But the camera footage and the children that were questioned said that she told the kid, go get your mom. Tell your mom to come here. The mom comes there and AJ shoots her through the door. What did you think was going to happen? That's intent. Crazy. Anyways, she claims all sorts of, childhood trauma. She says that she was scared for her life. She thought AJ was going to kill her, even though AJ didn't even have a weapon. She was just banging on the door and yelling at her, which I would too. Okay. But she, goes into her being raped as a child. And then she says that hearing screaming children triggers her because she had a friend who was raped at a young age. And all she remembers is the screams. Bitch, if you are triggered by children playing and screaming, you're in freaking Florida. That's like the capital of seniors. Okay. Senior citizens. Yep. There's like a senior citizen community on every street corner you could have moved to.
Exactly.
She's crazy.
She was wild though. I can't wait to get into that, because we also have the body cam footage days leading up to that whole incident where she eventually shot AJ Owens. Mm-hmm. And you can just see how irrational and crazy she is. And I think we did a brief show on that. Mm-hmm. So make sure you guys tune in another day so we can go over that interrogation video. It's 2 hours long. I got through a good portion of it. But then I saw something else that was shiny, and I said, "What's this?"
Oh, so you see, you got to watch the end when she resists arrest.
Oh, I'm gonna watch all of it. I paused it. I put a timestamp on it so I can go back and watch it.
And the cop comes in to they tell her, "We're gonna arrest you." They leave to go do their paperwork, and then they come back to arrest her. And she stands up. And she's like, "No, I'm not going." And they're like, wow. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? And she's like, I can't do this. I'm probably going to have a heart attack and die right here.
Bitch, you taking your ass to jail.
Yeah. Where she go hear a lot of screaming. Okay. She's going to be
a whole lot of clanking, screaming. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Throw her ass in there for 20 years.
For sure. Anyways, where do you want to start?
Where do you guys want to start? Let's see if the audience wants to start. Let's get them engaged real quick.
All right.
Get the chat going.
Let's tell you the topic. So we got Joe Biden. We got Republicans asking Amber Rose to speak at the some Republican convention. Project 2025. Bette Midler calling for Jim Jordan to be executed. Whoopi Goldberg voting for Poopy Pants Biden. Stop and frisk policy. That seems to be irritating a lot of people. And I laugh at it. I'm just like, people are that dumb. The stop and frisk is actually legal in a lot of states, if you didn't already know.
They're only triggered because of the association to Racial profiling.
Yeah, which they
They
already
racially
do.
profile everyone on the fucking planet.
Right.
They say white suspect in a green hoodie. And you know what? If they see a bunch of white people in the vicinity with green hoodies, all of them are getting stopped.
Mhm.
So what's the problem?
I would love listen, the people that complain about racial profiling, I would love to hear one day you have to call 911 because, somebody's on your property. The first thing, because I've called 911 before, the first thing they ask you is what does the person look like? And if
Yep.
you don't say the race, they will say, what's the race?
We should fake a skit and pretend like we're calling 911 and attempt to tell them
Without the
what the
race.
person looks like without the race.
Well, and I wonder, like, would the person be like, no, I don't want to tell you the race. They're breaking into my house, but I'm not gonna be racist and tell you the color of their skin.
I refuse to tell you that information.
That'd be really funny to try to do.
Oh man. Someone says let's start somewhere in the middle. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay, well, somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Where is that?
That would be Bette Midler or Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg. Let's do Whoopi Goldberg.
I'll take Whoopi
Let's go for it.
Goldberg for 500.
Yeah, let's put her deranged fucking ass out there. I'm gonna be doing a lot of swearing today.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot of nonsense going on. And until I can find an alternative to express my displeasure, I think the F word will be utilized tonight and the B word. Because this is ridiculous. I know what clip you're going to pull up, and I saw that clip. I never wanted to, bro. You ever wanted to hit somebody so hard that their teeth clicked? You ever got in a fight?
Yeah, I have. Mhm.
You ever been hit so hard that you just like chomp
never
down
been
real
hit.
quick and you just reconsider a whole bunch of shit? You're like, whoa, life just came into perspective for me and my mouth hurts. That's what I want to do. Some
To
people
Whoopi?
just to anybody who has a dumb thought that's clear, that's really dumb, not just
Yeah.
I think it's dumb, but it's objectively stupid.
It
Somebody
really is
needs to
stupid.
hit you so hard that your teeth click, and
Yeah.
it forces you to think.
Well, let me tell you, this has something to do with Whoopi, but let me tell you what just like I opened up my Instagram and this popped up and this forced me to think. So what you're looking at right here is Sharon Stone.
What the fuck?
Okay, so this is on Sharon Stone's Instagram page. And the reason why I
Oh,
bring
God.
this up is because I just want to say to my body, I love you, okay, and all your flaws. Because thank the Lord, I do not look like this from behind. I mean, I will take my big booty, my cellulite, okay, any like fat rolls I have over this.
Damn.
Like, this is disgusting. Like, she's built like a little boy. Like, what? Anyways,
God damn.
I'm sorry. I just had to do it because this popped up first and it says sometimes I just have to go from the pool to painting. Jeez Louise, man. All right. me go
That's
to
what
my-
she felt like
I
she had to do it.
Saved post. She's 66. I don't give a damn.
Somebody
Okay.
said 72. That's funny.
All right.
She might look
All
72.
right. Let's play Whoopi. Yeah, she might look 72, but her ass looked like I don't even
It's
want
me.
to. Oof.
By the way.
Me?
Yeah, you didn't mute
Yeah.
it unmuted at the bottom yet.
Yeah, I have it. I have it unmuted. I'm gonna mute it. All right. So this is Whoopi Goldberg on The View. They have all like had several shows dedicated to do we stand by Biden? Do we not stand by Biden? At this point, I think everybody except for Whoopi and Anna Navarro, the I think she's Cuban, have abandoned Biden. Okay. Sunny Hostin, she's now moved on to Kamala. She thinks that Kamala is very
Jesus Christ.
presidential, according to her.
Can she
Very
just can they fire her?
Who, Sunny or
Yeah,
Kamala?
she's just I that's why I can't watch it. She that's another person. She makes me want to hit her so hard her fucking teeth click, man.
Who wants to see Soonie versus The View?
I would want to get into a whole fist fight. Like,
Dude.
we're at the end of this, bro. We squaring up. Because I can imagine them saying some very disrespectful things. And I'm going to have to reconsider the diplomacy that I'm usually willing to extend. And bitch, see what I mean? We going to be fighting. Because if you tell me I should be ashamed to be a black woman and talking like this, bro, we squaring up.
Right.
When this show is over, I'm going to be at your car. And when you come out, we going to have a whole conversation. That's what it is.
You know what makes me mad is like, I actually, aside from The View and like her political views, Whoopi has always been a favorite of mine because I've loved every movie she's been in. I loved when she was the voice of the hyenas in Lion King, you know, when she was in the movie Ghost, any other movie she's been in, Jumpin' Jack Flash. I've loved her. And that's like the Whoopi I want to like imagine. And then she went on The View and it just like ruined it.
Then she opened her mouth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She ruined it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play this and then we'll get some thoughts.
I'm just going to add my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit then, say you can't talk to women like this, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it, and gave 4 years. So, yeah, I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world.
Exactly.
But I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, there are 2 debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me, if you are doing the job, I might not like everything you're doing. I don't like it all. But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth if it split his lip.
Why do they do this?
But nobody said that, but Anna said that, I believe, or something. She's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now
Give me a chance.
The question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this is my new way of just describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no. People chose him. We can't take him off the ballot. Well, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's going to be any easier to take Biden off the ballot.
All right.
Your first lie, all right? You said, why do they keep this? This has to be some sort of memo that went out for press training to constantly harp on a bold-faced lie, such as Biden called him a congenital liar. He is a congenital liar. Biden lied. His son did not die a war hero. His son died of brain cancer. Biden said that he had no soldiers die under his watch. 13 of them died. They barely acknowledge those dudes. Okay. Veterans Day, what did they have for those 13 men and women who died? The additional 3 soldiers that died in a drone attack. What the fuck are you talking about? And the biggest one right here is he claimed an endorsement that he didn't get. Why do y'all keep going back to he lies?
They're gonna give him one more debate, and then what makes me laugh is they're acting like this debate was the first time they saw this.
Exactly.
Like they're acting like
this.
Right. He's been like this. So what do you mean? Well, let's wait till the second debate because this could just be a fluke. This is just the cold that he had. And then if he had a cold, why did he go on to the freaking watch party afterwards?
And why
you
do they sound completely normal?
Right. And aren't you the same people that shamed people that went out into public without a mask and spread their sickness everywhere? And meanwhile, he's at a debate watch party after he supposedly had a cold. Oh, well, he had commitments and he likes to keep his commitments. Really? Why don't we talk to black folks about him keeping his commitments?
But
Y'all
see,
see Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill yet?
damn, you took a shot. She still ain't on there yet.
No, she's not. He said he was going to do it.
Look, promises made, promises not kept. All right. But I think this is what happens when you get older. You become very stubborn and set in your ways. And you think your way is right.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying that because of who I was raised by. There's nothing that I can ever say to my dad to make him vote for Trump. Nothing. There is nothing I'm ever going to be able to say to my mother to change her mind about Trump. She's going to be who she's going to be. So that's what I think about The View. I just think, let's spice The View up. All right. They're about to die off. They're going to die. So why don't you bring some younger women on there to combat those older women and make it a real show? I would do The View. I would show up to work every day ready to argue for 2 hours, and then I'm taking my black ass home. That's a check. All I got to do is show up and argue with you old biddies.
But the one girl that's on there who's supposed to be the conservative, she ain't worth a damn. She pretty much a liberal.
She sucks. That kind of brings us into our next topic. I didn't show you this. I wanted to show her this, but she wouldn't let me show her this. So everyone is having this reaction live. I don't even know if people know this happened. But Trump is turning the Republican Party into a hybrid being. And a lot of people are freaking out about it. Did anybody hear about the RNC's new approval to change the party platform language on abortion?
No, I didn't.
Anybody heard of this? You didn't hear this? Okay. Maybe this will be breaking news somewhere. Somewhere. So the RNC approves Trump-centric platform with softened language on abortion. You said you didn't know what Amber Rose was going to be speaking at. This is it right here. The National Republican Committee panel has passed a draft, and I'll show you guys the draft, party platform on Monday ahead of next week's convention that dramatically shifts the GOP's stance on abortion, mirroring former President Trump's own posture on the issue. The Republican Platform Committee overwhelmingly approved the new platform, which will receive a final vote behind closed doors Tuesday. So today, all right, y'all? The party platform echoes Trump on key issues, including trade, immigration, foreign policy, while also doing away with specific language about traditional marriage and enacting limits on abortion. President Trump's 2024 Republican Party platform articulates his vision to make America great again in a way that is concise and digestible for every voter. Top Trump campaign advisor Chris and Susie Wiles said in a statement. Now, this may sound like, okay, what's the big deal? They're shifting the language, but when they tell you that they're shifting the language on traditional marriage and something weird that you deem abortion, this is probably something you should look into. So I went ahead and found the memo, found the document, and wanted to read exactly where they stood. And here's what it reads. We proudly stand for families and life. We believe that the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States guarantees no person can be denied life or liberty without due process. Excuse me. And that the states are therefore free to protect laws passing those rights. I'm sorry, protecting those rights, my bad. After 51 years, because of us, that power has been given to the states and to a vote of the people. We will oppose late-term abortions while supporting mothers and policies that advance prenatal care, access to birth control, and IVF. So They're going to oppose late-term abortions. What about abortions in general? Why is it just late-term abortion now? We can keep
So
reading.
wait,
ahead.
but I'm confused. Okay. So if they say, okay, well, if Trump says, I'm for this going to the states, why do you even have to have this? Why do you even have to make a statement on this?
Because they want the population to know that, look, we believe in giving the states their rights back, but we're also going to oppose. It's just a statement. It's optics.
Mm.
We changed the party platform to be more accommodating and soften the language. Like, we will oppose late-term abortion while supporting mothers and policies that advance prenatal care. Why did you need to emphasize late-term abortions when we don't support abortion to begin with, or used to not? They're quoting the 14th Amendment, and no person can be denied the right to life. But you're also saying that you're going to oppose late-term abortions. Why not all abortions?
Yeah. Well, that's
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a
It's a
contradiction. For sure.
contradiction, right?
Mhm.
Let's keep going. Multiple news outlets reported the platform language on abortion is vague and watered down from previous cycles, despite concerns from anti-abortion activists who had urged Trump to take a strong stance on the issue. We proudly stand for families. This is what I just read, which is in there. What do you think? Everybody knows what I think. Everybody
Well,
knows what I've said. I don't think that people are going to get the Trump that they expected from 2016. He's going to govern in a more moderate, progressive fashion, in my personal opinion.
I mean, honestly, I agree with what this guy Tim Mack said here on the side. I understand that this is a compromise to not push potential voters away, and that they're going for a kind of middle ground. I wish they would have left off the 14th Amendment part, because that is very contradictory to calling out the 14th Amendment and then saying, we're gonna push back against late-term abortions, but we're not necessarily gonna push back against abortions in general. At least that's what our stance is gonna be, right? I think if that was your intention, to be a little, which I understand why he has to do it, to be a little bit more middle ground, whoever wrote this didn't do a good job. They could have said, I don't know, they could have said, our preference would be to be against abortions in general, right? It is where we stand, to be, as the 14th Amendment, right to life and liberty, we're against abortions. But I also understand the other side of it, that you do away, or you say you're going to do away with it altogether, and they're going to find a way to do it, and it's going to be not safe. I don't know if this means, I've been hearing about this abortion pill, which I don't know anything about the abortion pill, if that's like the morning after, which I thought the morning after was before there was even a pregnancy. But apparently there's some actual abortion pill that like causes you to go into an abortion. You're on mute.
Oh yeah. I'm saying yes, there's an abortion pill, yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I personally, I understand why they did it this way. It doesn't make me happy, but whoever wrote this didn't write this very well. That's what I'm going to say to that.
I mean, I don't really have anything, right? I talked about the party shifting their stance on same-sex marriage a long time ago. The RNC had the party, and I can pull it up. I'll show you. The language has changed on marriage too.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see that too, if you could pull that up.
The party platform used to say that marriage was between a man and a woman. Now it just reads, we should respect the sanctity of marriage. All right. Republicans will promote a culture that values the sanctity of marriage. What does that mean?
See, that's
what
again,
does that mean?
Very vague. Very vague.
But that was changed a couple years ago.
But Trump used to be very like black and white on this.
He was very black and white.
Especially on this. And now it's the sanctity of marriage.
But when you say these things, right, and you express your displeasure with everything changing around you, which is what it means to be conservative, right? If you oppose change, you're not down for a very progressive move, and this is progressive. When you can't state what marriage is between, you're leaving it open for interpretation. Now they've already codified same-sex marriage into law. What's next? What differentiates the party?
Okay, so let me give a little definition because I looked up the sanctity of marriage, and it says, it is a most holy covenant between husband and wife, and covenant between the couple and the Lord. When done in the right spirit, every couple can have a God-fearing, God-favored marriage. This is the meaning of sanctity of marriage, and how it is regarded by people is derived from the written word of God. The idea that marriage is a sacred or holy covenant between husband and wife. So
Sanctity means what it means, but what the
And-
hell do they mean?
I don't know what they mean, but if you look up sanctity, see again, tricky language there, right? Because they use the word sanctity instead of saying, I mean, I'm okay with this. If that's the definition of
I'm not.
sanctity.
You need
I'm
to
okay with that.
explicitly state what it is. We're in 2024 where everything is a social construct. It is. There's going to be a working definition to what sanctity is, and because, well, are you saying that gays, they can't be pure because they're gay? Well, then you want to take away their human rights? It's going to go here, there, everywhere. Just explicitly state what you mean.
Mm. You know
So
what? I
now
have a gripe.
Republicans oppose late-term abortions, guys, not abortion in general, which is
I have
fucking crazy.
I have a gripe now that we're talking about sanctity of marriage, because this is like
What?
a generational thing that I hear a lot of like younger people doing.
Mm.
Is they'll be like, "Oh, my wife or my husband, and y'all aren't married." Please stop that. Do not refer. I don't give a shit if you live in a state that recognizes you as a whatever it's called marriage because you've been living in the same house and sharing a bank account. You are not married. Okay. Okay. Until it costs you thousands of dollars and a strike on your record in heaven, okay,
Oh.
you're not married. If you
That's
get a
how I
divorce.
feel. But you
Yeah.
know, when married people say that, they're like, why do you want the government in art? Listen, it's not about the government. It's literally about you making a covenant before God and that woman's family, that man's family, that you guys are together.
Mhm.
It's pretty simple if you ask me. And most people who are religious go to a church anyway, and they have a bishop sign off on their marriage because you have to have an ordained minister or you have to go before a judge.
Mhm.
Either way, it's for tax purposes.
Yeah.
It's for tax purposes. And the government is in every facet of your life, because if you have a child with that person and they decide to go put you on some child support or some shit, guess what's happening? You're getting the government involved. So it really doesn't matter. If you don't want to get married, don't get married. But I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Stop muddying the waters and saying you're married when you're not. You're in a union.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's fine too. Be in a union. Please be with one person. If you're afraid of marriage that much and you're just like, man, I really don't want the state involved, and you had a bad experience, then stay with that one person. But don't call that person your husband or your wife.
And this person, Limitless Debates, we don't recognize Muslims' idea. First of all, we're not a Muslim country, so why the fuck would we recognize a Muslim's idea of marriage? Second of all, you clearly are not married that you're asking, can we have multiple husbands, multiple wives? Hell no. Hell no. One is enough, sir or ma'am, whatever. No. No thanks. And yes, I agree with this. People like to play house and call it marriage. Exactly.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
there's no consequences to it either. You know what I mean?
There's not.
Like,
you just get to leave scot-free.
you get to leave scot-free. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have a mark. I mean, you will have a mark, in the kingdom, right? But you don't have a mark for being divorced. You don't have to, go through the financial woes and all the other legalities of getting separated. You just get to play house, which is
Yeah.
fine. If that's what you want to do is play house, I'm fine. Just don't use the word, this is my husband, this is my wife. Don't do it.
Get your own words.
This is my playmate.
What comment were you reading? I thought I saw limitless debates.
Yeah, he made that comment. It's because women like the idea of marriage because it legitimizes them, but they don't want to be a wife and follow their man.
They're okay. They're challenging. So what they're doing is critiquing the idea of sanctity of marriage, and he used the Muslims to, I guess, explain. Muslims have a different idea of what that is. Pretty much agreeing with what you said. It's too ambiguous. It's too ambiguous. Whoa! Okay. I haven't seen this person around in so long. How are you doing, Nay?
I remember.
If that's Nay, if that's who I think it is, what's up?
I don't call my boyfriend my husband. People call him my husband, and I correct them. I show them my bare face.
I ain't got no ring on this finger.
Good for you, Nay. Good for you.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's the party platform change. Just in case nobody knew, please go look at it.
Yeah. So people get upset with me because I'm so old school that until you are married, you're single in my book.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So like sometimes people are like, I'll say, oh, are you married? Are you single? And they're like, oh no, I have a boyfriend. Oh, okay, you're single. Because anything's game. Like, you know what I mean? There is no commitment. You are just titles. That's it.
That's it. Man, quit playing with marriage, all right? Go do it the right way if you want to be married and you want to be able to walk around and say that. I have pride in the fact that I'm someone's wife and they made me their wife in front of the entire world. We ain't got it. There's no excuse of, I don't want this dating. Man, you play around. Men play around with women like that a lot. I just don't want the state involved. Yeah. Go find a traditional man who is going to make you his wife in front of everybody. What you hiding? That's what I'm saying. And what you trying to escape from hella easy for? You just want to tell me you gonna break up with me through a text, or are we done and you can leave? Hell no. Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What?
My grandmother. So my grandfather died when my grandmother was in her late 40s, and she was never with another man ever again, and she died when she was 82. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I asked her, I was like, Grandma, you never had like a desire to be with somebody else? Like, it's not like you were old, like, didn't you miss the partnership? And she had my uncle who is mentally retarded, and she had to take care of him. Yeah. And so that was like her life's purpose. And she said, no, she says she always said I was married to God.
To her, man.
Married to God. That's what she said.
My grandma was the same way. She died when she was 93. I never saw her with anybody.
That's crazy.
Ever in life.
Honey, I would be like,
I was literally thinking about this the other day. It's funny that you bring this up. And I would be by myself.
You would?
I would. No. I'm very picky.
I can't.
I don't like new things. I don't even like trying new foods. You can barely get me to go out and try a new experience. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I couldn't.
I would have friends, like, for sure. But it would never be anything romantic or like, no, just company would be enough for me. So I think I would really dive into this. No, I would not have a partner. No. I would still have the same friends. No, Bryson, that's going to be my dog, and I'm going to go hang out with him and his wife. Right.
Hell no.
I can't. No, there's just, this is me talking now. My husband is still alive, but I cannot really fathom being that intimate with someone else. That's just a lot. That's like sensory overload. That wouldn't be on my mind.
See,
no.
I think, okay, so this is the part that's different, right? Like, your husband watched your kids come into this world, right? Like, they have seen a side of you that even if like they were to drop dead tomorrow, another man were to come along and you were to fall in love, that man will never at least not with, because I ain't got the equipment anymore, but like they're never going to have that experience of like bringing life into the world with you, which is like a whole different experience, right?
Like,
That's a whole nother, like when you, but you know, like I wonder things, you know, like, you know how like you get used to, because your husband has seen you give birth, right? They've seen the
yeah.
worst of you. And so after that, you're like, okay, you know, I can like pee with the door open and do all this other stuff.
hmm
Um, like I always wonder, like, could I do that again with somebody who hasn't?
No. No.
Like,
No.
I think I would, because I'm just that type of person that I just get comfortable with people.
No,
But
dude.
like,
Can you imagine
yeah.
having to remember someone else's birthday? Like, I know my husband's order, no matter where we go. I know he's gonna order probably a margarita pizza, something with cheese in it. For breakfast, I know his order for breakfast. I know what he's gonna want for a snack.
Yeah.
Can you imagine learning all that about someone else? That just does not seem fun.
But
It's like a
okay,
big waste of time.
but do you also think that it would be like a different era of a relationship, like in a different way? Because let's just say Kyle, this is terrible to say, use Kyle as the example and like, you know, say this, but let's just say Kyle passes away before, right? Your kids are older
Mhm.
and you have no kids to take care of, right?
Mhm.
And God sends another man into your life, not with any intention. Look at you roll your eyes because I
Because I
said
don't
God
believe
sent it.
God. I don't believe God does that. That's why I did that.
Yes, he
No,
does.
he doesn't. God does
Yes,
not
he
send people
does.
your way.
Yes, he does. Anyways, don't you think it wouldn't be the same exact type of relationship because you're not going to have the
No,
same experiences with that person, but it's going to be a
no.
different one?
I don't want anybody different.
Oh my
No.
Lord. Soonie, your coochie going to be dried up and wrinkled.
Good. What? I've got 3 kids. I've been with my husband. I'm 6 years away. I'm 7 years away from 20 years. I'm 33 and I'm only 7 years away from being with this man for over 20 years. Do you what? There is nothing in my mind that's like, I need to make sure this shit stay wet. I don't care. When he's gone, he's gone. I ain't got to
Wait,
fool around no more.
the
You
way
I ain't
you
got to
said
worry
it.
about nobody touching me in the middle of the night. I'm good.
Oh my
No,
gosh. Oh
I
my
don't want to
Lord.
cuddle. I don't want you kissing on me. I don't want you looking at me. No, I will be by myself.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
let it be dry.
Oh my, okay. These are the comments I hate. Okay. I thought Mo was right leaning. Okay. My bad, Barack. My bad. I forgot that I'm supposed to be like a little freaking nun. Okay. Let me go get a needle and thread and sew up my vagina really quick and just like cover up to like my chin because I'm right leaning. Does that equal I have to be boring? Shut up.
She's
I hate
calling me
people.
boring
No,
indirectly.
no. I'm not even talking about you, Soonie. Like, I'm just saying, I hate when people just go, "Oh, because you're right leaning." Yeah, I'm right leaning. Okay, I ain't stuck in the mud of the right wing swamp. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break. Where in your mind does it say right leaning equals boring, dried up nun? Like what? What?
She
Oh.
called me a boring, dried up nun.
No, but you about to be if Kyle something happens to Kyle, Soonie's about to be Soonie's about to enter the nunhood.
Hey,
Oh
man.
my gosh. Just stop it. Okay. There's
You know,
listen, your politics have nothing to do with who you are behind
yes, it
closed
does.
doors.
Yes, it
Behind
does.
closed door. Hell
Yes,
no.
it does.
Hell behind closed doors.
Politics tells
Oh hell
everything
no.
about a person.
Listen, let me tell you right now. If your
It does.
politics dictates what happens behind closed doors, baby, I ain't trying to see what happens behind closed doors. Mo be outside the door like this.
Hey, man.
Oh
It's very
gosh.
vanilla. I like my vanilla life. Boring. I want to go to bed at 9:00. We get in bed and watch Star Wars, talk about politics or the day. and then we go night. All right. We barely go out. If we do go out, we're normally looking at our watches like, you ready to go? It's like 11 o'clock. Let's go home. That's when you're like settling in. You're in for the ride now, and we just get to coast to the
No.
finish line. Yes. I don't want to do anything crazy.
Dude, you're insane. No, I'm not judging. Listen, this is what I'm saying. You do whatever you want to do in your marriage, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what to do in your marriage. You do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling Barack over here. I hate when
I'll be
people
right back.
say right leading and you're supposed to be like this boring person that doesn't like to have any fun or doesn't like to do anything adventurous or whatever. Give me a break. This is why nobody wants to embrace being a conservative, because they don't want this type of judgment. Like, nobody wants this type of judgment. Okay? So we can't have fun. We can't be a little crazy sometimes. Like, seriously. Come on. I'm a wild girl. And yes, I do like Planet of the Apes. And
Yeah. Who brought that up?
oh, freaking Birdman.
Okay, sorry, I had to run out. All right.
What?
This is a nice segue into our next topic, though, because I can only imagine
You're gonna bring
how
up Amber
different
Rose.
we're going to be. How did you know? How did you know? And how much y'all want to bet she's going to be like, Soonie, oh my God, what's wrong with Amber Rose coming and speaking at the RNC?
I think
that
there's
right?
a lot. No, I think there's a lot wrong with her coming to speak at the RNC.
What?
But yeah, because it's not the place. Like, I hate that the RNC does this shit. Like, whenever somebody like new pops up and like seems cool because they want to seem cool, they bring them to the RNC. Like, stop it. Okay. Just be happy that she's, trying to turn a new leaf, and maybe she's like exploring her conservative roots. But bringing her into conservative-esque conventions just to be appealing.
Hey,
Give me a
man.
break.
Bro, my
She had a
kids are
slut
about
walk
to
for
like.
crying out loud. Let
Sorry.
me read. That's okay.
Okay. So Amber Rose confirms pro-Trump speech at RNC in Milwaukee next week. Amber Rose endorsed Trump for president in May of 2024. It's true. This is her quote. I'm speaking at the RNC. MAGA, she wrote on social media. I don't fucking know, man. I understand the move. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They're trying to draw voters, and she is going to bring the sluts, because sluts vote, and we can't repeal the 19th, so we might as well just join them. I think that's what they said. There is nothing we could do about women voting, right? They know they would never lose a vote if women couldn't vote. They would never lose an election. And they know that the women are going to come out in droves and vote against Trump just because he's saying that it should be kicked back to the states, and specifically because he keeps taking ownership for the fact that the Supreme Court, quote unquote, took their rights away. So maybe she'll bring over those psychopathic, irrational women who think it's okay to do slut walks and be proud that they slept with 1,000 different men. And they shouldn't be shamed for their sexual expression. All she did was bring them motherfuckers over. And I don't feel bad for anybody over here. You want to know why?
Why?
Because people tried to warn you years ago. When y'all wanted to invite Lady MAGA to the events, well, she's on our side. That's a grown ass fucking man, and you calling him a she. Y'all wanted to invite Blair White over here. Well, she's on our side. And now look, you open Pandora's box, and now the whores want to come over. And guess what the beautiful men of the RNC did? Guess what they did?
What?
Point me to the sluts. And they said, we're going to invite her on the stage to talk at the RNC.
Soonie, I love that you said sluts vote too. I mean, that's a t-shirt.
They do.
And you should put Amber's face on it and be like, sluts vote, slut vote, sluts votes matter.
Slut votes matter.
Yeah, slut votes matter because they really do. And I understand that, right? Like you want to, and you said this to me one time with somebody else, and I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody else that I had brought up, and you were like, hey, if it brings them to the right and they start to like learn about it a little bit more, then I'm all for it. And I kind of feel like that with her. And I think I heard Deontay say this on your live the other night, or like a snippet or something that you posted.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with him on that. If he wasn't joking, I didn't get the gist of it, whether he was joking or if he was being serious. But at the RNC convention, I mean, why don't you give her a little bit more time before?
Look, do you, bro? Listen, I don't want to make this picture bigger, and I'm not going to. But she's got a tattoo across her forehead, and she's wearing a shirt that shows all her titty.
Yeah,
not half.
The one she bought.
The whole thing. You can see the nipple, the shape, the size. She ain't got no clothes on. What is she gonna wear to the RNC?
That's something I would wear.
What? Are you trolling?
No, God said that.
I was about to say what?
I would wear. Behind closed doors, sure would.
This is crazy.
Not a no RNC.
I can see. Barack is gonna zoom in to see the nipple.
Dude, her nipples were weird. Did you see like how far off to the right they were?
No, I wasn't paying attention to how far. See, that's why they don't need to have her at the RNC, because you're gonna have people like you talking about her nipple placement.
Hey, who knew? Her nipples going to the right was a indication of where she was gonna go. All right, let's play this song with her. And what's his name? Forgiato Blow.
Forgiato Ho. Yeah.
Hey, he's a good guy. I like him. I actually like him. All right, here we go.
Voting Donald Trump, baby. Donald Trump, baby. America needs saving. America needs saving. We voted Trump, baby. Trump, baby. November 5th, we going crazy. November 5th, we going crazy. Now I pledge allegiance to vote for Trump. There's a red wave coming, you gon' surf for what? And God I trust to take the devil away. Like Joe Biden up and throw the key away. Your propaganda ain't gonna work on me. Bidenomics is like you working for free. I demand reparations from every idiot that voted for Joe Biden, boy, period. Period. Sleepy Joe is a fraud. And the bloodbath in the Oval Office. The media is the enemy of the people. The Democrats and the fake news. Oh, shit. FJB, FJB. FJB, FJB. FJB, FJB.
This is fucking horrible, man.
Voting Donald Trump.
I'm mad that he.
That's some hot fucking garbage.
So you know that necklace she's wearing? When I saw him at Bryson's wedding, he was wearing that necklace, and I was like, "That is a huge necklace." And I like go to pick it up, and I'm like, "Let me put it on." And so he puts it on me, and it's just like this gaudy like Trump head. It's so funny, but it's all diamonds. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so crazy." I was kind of like, this thing is so cheesy, but
listen,
whatever. She's tiny because he's short.
Bro, they are having an OnlyFans model come to the RNC. But Kano, wait a minute. When y'all going to invite the hood to the RNC? I'm starting to feel some type of way. How come this slut, and I'm going to call it what she is. You do slut walks, bitch, you're a slut. Why can she speak at the RNC, but ain't nobody from the hood at the RNC? What's up with that?
Aren't they gonna have?
You got the hood in the GOP? Shoot, I know a few ghetto niggas, Trump niggas for Trump. Why ain't none of them speaking at the RNC?
I don't know. Maybe they were invited and they didn't accept.
Listen. This didn't make you feel no type of way. Is it just me? Am I just in my feelings about this, y'all?
I really wasn't like overly triggered by it.
I'm triggered.
I just think it's funny like how quickly she like rose to fame in the Republican Party. Like overnight.
It seems very easy. You ain't really got to do nothing.
Yeah.
And
it
I'm
is.
over here struggling. Why
Yeah.
I can't go to the RNC?
Yeah. I know. It is really odd. But obviously, like, Forgiato is like her in because, he's kind of in
I
with the
guess.
Trump crowd. So yeah.
Okay.
But it's weird, right? Like, they have a slut there. They have a slut there, but yet they won't have Bryson perform at these events because his messages are too controversial.
You might as well invite Sexy Red to the RNC.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might as
I
well
mean,
bring
that part
Suki with
is
the good coochie. Just
what happened
just
to
go
her?
to bring them all.
Where's
Suki was
Suki at?
Suki just put out a song where she was talking about um fuck my baby daddy,
Mhm.
bragging about abortions and shit. I'm gonna send it
Oh,
to you.
okay.
Twerking, carrying on.
Okay.
Listen,
We miss you, Suki. I haven't heard anything from you lately.
yeah, Suki with the y'all might as well go get Suki with the good cooter. You might as well get Sexy Red. You might as well go get Ice Spice. You listen, y'all might as well hit up Amber Rose and tell her to bring the crew
Right.
and see how many thought boxes show up to the RNC. And I want to see how all them white people react.
Yeah.
Just if we gonna go all the way, I'm inviting the hood. Okay, I'm bringing some Crips, some Bloods. I'm gonna find some GDs, some BDs, and we all
this is
pulling up.
why. No, this is why the hood ain't coming.
We
Because
all
the problem is, it can't
why?
just be one of y'all. Y'all got to come with the whole neighborhood. Okay, this
See
is
what
the
I
problem.
mean?
The hood shows up with everybody. It can't just be like, "Hey, Ray, you're invited to the RNC. Ray's got to bring his whole crew and everybody and their mama." See what?
Yeah, I'm bringing my grandma.
Yeah.
Shoot, our 2022 conservative queen, Nikki. Right? They were trying to put her as the if she would have been and came over to the right, they would have fucking Nicki Minaj speaking at the RNC. We are desperate right now.
We do look desperate. We do. I
We
will
are
give you that.
desperate.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Can you, we would be clowning anybody Democrat if we saw them having Amber Rose speak at their fucking convention.
We would. Okay,
We would be clowning them.
Now that's
What
the
the hell
point.
is she going to talk about? Is she going to tell women how to bust it open? Is she going to teach women how to do the slut walk? Like, what in the hell is she going to talk about?
I mean, technically, did we not do the same thing when Cardi B interviewed Biden? Remember?
Why is Cardi B the interview? Look, and we said, look, black people, this is who they're using to represent you. So does Amber Rose represent us here too?
Yeah,
because she don't look white.
she's like Italian. She's Italian and black. She's
Look,
mixed.
there you. That's black. Listen, white nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, fail nigga. What, like Jay-Z said, you still nigga. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. We black.
You're funny. Hey, so you know what that song reminded me of? This is kind of off topic. Because the Trump baby is like the Ice baby.
I cannot believe this, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so I was watching a Vlad TV interview with Vanilla Ice, right? And
Yes.
at the end, they were talking
Wait,
about.
yeah, you watched that fucking Fed. I just
love it.
realized what you said.
I know. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on you to call me. Okay, so Limitless. I saw that episode about Jordan Peterson. Okay, don't get me sidetracked, but that we'll come back to that. Okay, so anyways, they were talking about Trump and how Trump buried his wife, Ivanka. Is it Ivanka? Ivana? Whatever her fucking name is. Buried her on the golf course at Mar-a-Lago, right? And so Vlad asked Vanilla Ice about that because Vanilla Ice, builds properties. He lives in Florida. He's like a developer, whatever. And so Vanilla says, yeah, let me school you on that. You know why he did that, right? And he goes, no, why? And he's like, because when you bury a family member on your property, that property, number one, is not taxed. You guys love when Trump avoids taxes. So guess what? He pays no taxes on Mar-a-Lago, property taxes. And number two, that property can never be seized by the government and taken out of your family. You will forever own that property in your family. So the business, Mar-a-Lago, the golf course, that might go away, but the property will forever remain with the family. Genius. Okay, this is why we need Trump as our president, number one, because that's genius. I'm sorry, but that is genius.
Is it now?
I think so.
Is it
Because
now?
no, because I think it's funny because people were like, "Oh, that's so demonic of him to bury his wife, on the property."
Yeah,
And actually, it
I
was
get it.
genius, and then they're gonna get mad when the Democrats are gonna say doesn't pay any property taxes on Mar-a-Lago. He doesn't have to. So
Man, well,
I'm trying to find out who gonna die next in my family because they're about to be buried in my front yard.
bruh, bruh.
But
I want to talk about this Candace thing, and I want to talk about Nick Fuentes and what he came out and said about, because we're talking about Project
Yeah.
2025, right?
yeah,
Did I post that video? Let me check real quick. While I do that, let's look at Candace and what she had to say about what's his name?
I
Jordan
just listened
Peterson's
to this
daughter.
today.
I want to check this out.
But what was more shocking was when Nick Fuentes, who is considered the leader of the Groyper movement, wrote this in response to her. He wrote, "Your dad literally called me a rat last week. Thank you for exposing yourself and revealing who you really work for. Both of you freaks should be deported to Israel since you love it so much they can have you." And he attached a tweet from Jordan Peterson, where Jordan Peterson did in fact write this to Nick Fuentes. He wrote, "You, at Nick Fuentes, really are a psychopathic rat." So yeah, now we're in a conflict here. She is calling for the censorship of her father, right? I mean, if you're saying the standard is just calling somebody a rat, and it is not just because it is a phrase that's being directed at Jews, but because calling people rats is wrong, then your father would have to be censored. And so when Nick Fuentes raised this obvious conundrum to her, here's what she wrote back. She wrote back, "Oh my God, were you called a rat? Did that hurt? I work for myself, you loser. And I know that Jews' success is due to their above average IQ. But I'm sure blaming a nation of people for your failings is easier for you."
What? Bro, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh my God, were you called a rat? This is crazy. This is literally
Wild.
what do you call it? Like cognitive dissonance right in front of you.
Yeah. And I love that Candace exposed this because and by the way, she says at the beginning of this episode, she's like, "I'm in no way trying to like defame this man, but I need to be objective with my opinion and state
About
the facts."
fucking time. Where are all the other
Woo!
objective journalists at? It's been lonely out here.
Mm.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Sorry, I had my
Crazy.
mouse on something else. I'm gonna play it. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
my bad. Go ahead.
What? So now she's like, "Aha, yeah, you're a rat," or did that hurt your feelings? That just doesn't seem like a stable or a rational response to someone pointing out the fact that your father just said something that you're calling for censorship for. Or are you saying that it should only be censored if it is being directed at a person that is Jewish? She's not clear on that. But what is clear is that Jordan Peterson jumped into this and doubled down on calling somebody a rat. Here's what he wrote. He wrote, "I apologize for calling you a rat, Nick Fuentes. Rats are just animals. They happen to be an enemy of mankind. So they are like you in that regard, but they are merely acting on instinct, whereas you are motivated by a willful ignorance so deep that it's kind of a miracle, in combination with a profound malevolence. So I was unfair to the rats. Hence my apology. Take note, Michaela." He further added, "I don't regret the psychopath moniker, however. You and your followers, I know your type, buddy boy, but you don't know mine." Okay, so
Lord.
parking aside the fact that it's written in sonnet form, which is something that I don't quite understand why he's doing that, Jordan Peterson has built himself as somebody who is calm, who is rational, who relies on logic, who is a person who believes in radical free speech. He's now coming to the aid of his daughter and essentially doubling down on calling, this is again a 62-year-old man, calling a 24-year-old a rat. And what is the reason, by the way? Because we should also say what is it that Nick Fuentes said that garnered that response from Jordan Peterson. And Nick Fuentes wrote one word on Twitter. He wrote Jews. Now, what was that in response to? Well, somebody asked the question. We know that Joe Biden is not in control of the White House. So who is in control of the White House? And Nick Fuentes wrote a one-word response. Jews. He's saying Jews are in control of the White House. And that garnered a response from Jordan Peterson calling him a psychopathic rat. Now, we all know that Nick Fuentes has branded himself as somebody who expressly hates Zionism. He expressly hates Israel. And he is saying that Jews in the White House are now obviously in control because Joe Biden is not. Now, to be fair, the Times of Israel has noted in the past, this is an actual article from them, all the Jews Biden has tapped for top roles in his new administration. This is from...
Ooh, they're going to get you, Candace. You can't use Times of Israel, Candace, because it's left-leaning. I just wanted to point that out. Oh, they get me all the time when I quote this source for anything coming out of Israel, and it makes the Jews and it makes the Netanyahu look bad. Oh, Times of Israel is left-leaning, Soonie. Find a different source.
What?
So get ready, because they're going to come for you.
Back in 2021, when Joe Biden first was inaugurated as president. And it goes on to say, Joe Biden filled the months before inauguration day, lining up a slate of cabinet secretaries, assistants, and advisors, many of them Jewish. It goes on to give us a rundown of all of the Jewish names, all of the Jews that they are saying are in his cabinet. You have Anthony Blinken, you have David Cohen, the CIA director, you have Merrick Garland, the attorney general, you have Avril Haines, the director of national intelligence, you have Ronald Klain, the chief of staff. So it seems a weird tweet for him to be so disturbed about. Now, again, it's likely because Nick Fuentes has a very long background of focusing his attention on Israel and Zionism, and that's what he is reacting to. Also because Nick Fuentes has called out Jordan Peterson explicitly for a very long time as somebody who he believes has more of an allegiance to Israel than he does to Western civilization in general. Essentially, that he would put Israel before he would put Canada and before he would put America. Now, I don't know if that's a fair critique of Jordan Peterson, but I do know that it is off-brand for him to respond by calling someone a psychopathic rat. I mean, calling somebody a name, calling somebody an animal when you are billing yourself, right, as the calm, rational psychologist, doctor who insists on logic and that the better ideas should win is just going to be off-brand. But we should also be honest here that while people are pretending this is about Jordan Peterson versus the Groypers, or pretending that every person that we're seeing right now that is having a battle right now, it's due to the Groypers, that is not what we are watching, right? Like I said, this began long before it arrived between a beef between Michaela and Jordan Peterson and her father. It really began with people feeling like they don't trust the voices that are in the media.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even need to say anything for real. Because this is nothing new. This is shit that's been talked about forever. You can't say nothing about the Jews without the dang, what do you call them? I call them RoboCops because they're all online.
Mm-hmm.
They want to come and police your language. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah.
But I like Limitless Debates. This comment. Peterson works for Daily Wire. He started off as a beacon for free speech. Now he's calling for censorship of the very speech he got famous off of protecting.
I haven't listened
Don't talk
to him.
about the Jews.
It was crazy because I actually stopped listening to him when he went to the Daily Wire because I was like, what? That's weird. I thought that was such a weird move. And I actually, like the reason why I went carnivore was because of Michaela, because she went through something that made her go carnivore, and I listened to everything she had to say about the carnivore diet, and I found it very interesting. But somebody said something about Andrew Tate going off on her. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that response. I don't know if it was
smashed her. That means he fucked her.
Oh, smashed her. Okay, my bad. I didn't hear that. I thought he meant some other type of smash. See, I'm so old.
Yeah, you can't make a single blanket statement about any other race. You can make a single blanket statement about any other race, but the Jews are off limits. I've been saying this for so long. I used to host lives and say, Why can you talk about your Holocaust, but blacks can't talk about slavery? And I got called all types of crazy things. But you know what? It's here now. And because of all these ridiculous things that are happening, Blue MAGA has been trending on social media for like 3 weeks now. And they've coined themselves Blue MAGA. They're liberal MAGA voters. So they're Democrats that are turning towards Trump because of all this ridiculousness that we're seeing in this country. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is Blue MAGA a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's like the Amber Rose thing. It's like, it is what it is. Like, let me see how down you are before I don't know.
So you got to test them out is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like, God, it's like the 1 minute, this is what kind of tells me Trump is going to win, because everybody's moving over there. Everybody's like, all of a sudden, all these people came out of the freaking woodwork. Like, Trump is the greatest. He did this. He did that. Like, where the hell were you guys when shit was shitty?
But look, check this out, because this picture just made me think of something. You know how we always, when we talk about blue and red states, right, and the potential for it to go purple is always a negative connotation, right?
Yeah.
Because if the state or the state, the county, the city, if it goes purple, that means we're going to have a mixture of politics that are clashing, which brings what you see with places like my hometown, Charlotte. Charlotte's purple. That city is going down the shitter, and it's such a great city, right? My hometown that I'm from, Erie, Pennsylvania. Why is purple MAGA being shown as some sort of strength? You're either red or you're fucking blue. There is no in between. Why do we keep trying to create gray areas?
I know you're going to hate me.
Go ahead.
I know. Oh my gosh. Don't be mean. I don't like that they put the word MAGA there. I like the vision, right? Not the vision of the black and white arm, but the vision of coming back to a world where we had just being citizens and being Americans as our common denominator. Yes, we all have different beliefs, religious, whatever, what may have you, right? But there was a time in this world where I didn't know every little thing that you did in your personal life. And I think that's where it all kind of went downhill, right? It's like everything started to come out. Like I started to all of a sudden see, the gay pride parade and people pissing on each other and, guys in thongs, like stuff that I'm sure has happened for a very long time, but it used to be done in a brown paper bag on the bottom shelf. And that's where it should have stayed. But now with the internet, everything's out there. So we know what the sluts are doing. We know what the gays are doing. We know what the conservatives are doing, what the left is doing, all with the, the celebrities. And I think for me, this visual is just, can we just get back to what I just described? I don't like that they put purple MAGA or a color to it or whatever. Let's just get back to being proud Americans and having some character. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. Be a dirty slut in your own time. I don't need to know about it. I don't need to see your ass cheeks shaking on the internet. Shake them in your bedroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, purple MAGA somewhere in the middle. See, Soonie, our name, our show name is going to be.
No. Don't you dare invite the purple MAGA people here. They're not going to like me. I think that's what you want. See, look, low key.
I want purple MAGA.
You want purple MAGA here, so you can have a bunch of people in the chat that are scared of you are going to use your rhetoric. The narratives that you like to build around me. They're scared to disagree with you, so everything is Team Mo. Is that why you want the purple MAGA people here?
No, because a lot of the people that are in this chat disagree with me, as you can see. They're all for you. Listen, they're all for your what is it that Deontay says? Your Christian Christian ethics, nationalism, what? Christian nationalism. You're all for your Christian nationalism ideology where you just want everybody to be Christian and everybody to do shit right. Everybody to be a button-up nun, be vanilla. No, listen, I'm not trying to pull Soonie anywhere. Like I just said, I think it's great that she does what makes her happy, and it should stay that way, as I should do what makes me happy, and it should stay that way. What I don't like is now we're in a world where what makes me happy, I have to hear you say that you accept what makes me happy, and therefore I can do it in front of you and your kids at a family picnic.
Okay. So can you, if we could, give some, like, when you think Blue MAGA, what are some names or what are some words that come to your mind when you think Blue MAGA? I have a bunch that come to my head.
Sometimes I think people would think me of Blue MAGA, right? Like, because I have some very like loosey goosey views on things, and I'm blue, make America great again. I honestly, you may not believe me, but I don't like the titles of the Blue MAGA and the Red MAGA and the conservative, and I hate it. I am so over it. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to me. The titles, the Christian, the non-Christian. It's exhausting.
Well, shit. Hey, look, she don't want to. I'm gonna give some characteristics.
Give it. Go ahead.
Pro-choice, but pro-life. Personally, I'm sick of hearing that shit. I just want people to be happy. Love is love.
See, you're describing me. You're describing me.
That's Blue MAGA.
Right. Oh, okay.
Live and let live. That's Blue MAGA. Blue MAGA is, I understand that you want restrictions, but people should have, their right to go do them. So if people want to be gay, fine, let them be gay. What's the big deal? A Blue MAGA is, children shouldn't go to drag shows, but I'm gonna go because I think it's funny or I think it's cool.
Why did you just say? Why? If this is your first time listening to the show, she's just being nice and describing me. You see how nice Soonie is? Like, this is what we do. I said boring button up nun. Soonie's like, she's talking about me. And Soonie is literally describing me in every point of Blue MAGA. Continue.
Yeah. Listen, I'll go to Pride.
Yeah.
But I don't think children should go to Pride. And I think they should be able to have Pride Month, but put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Those are like, y'all are against immigration, right?
Yeah.
There's some things you draw a hard line on. You're against immigration. I think you guys pick and choose when you want to be racially sensitive. It depending on how the wind blows. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
This is so funny to me. This is so funny to me.
That's Blue MAGA, bro.
Yo, I'm about to change my whole channel's name to Blue MAGA.
You're Blue MAGA.
Yeah.
Blue MAGA, a California MAGA, is fiscally conservative, but not pro-choice. Yeah, Blue MAGA is like Blue MAGA thinks everyone deserves a seat at the table because everyone is unique. And the rest of us are just over here like
I think I'm between Blue MAGA and Purple MAGA.
You're a Blue MAGA all day.
Blue MAGA Mo.
And together y'all motherfuckers make purple. We're gonna have a lot of purple states running around here, yo. And it's gonna come under the guise of coexist. I'm telling you, you guys are ripe for the new world order because you don't want to take a stance. You don't.
Oh man.
I don't want to go too hard here, but I'll go too hard here. And then
there's something.
I'll be sensitive here. Man, that is like that's what this is. After we get done, if someone had to like draw out how you voted, let's just say you're a representative.
Yeah.
And we wanted to draw Mo's voting history.
I mean,
it would
I've
be
been
a disastrous picture of a bunch of crap,
actually,
different designs and patterns on this picture.
Actually, I voted for Bush, then I voted for Obama, then I voted for Trump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly what you said.
What if Trump was a Democrat?
If Trump was a Democrat, would I have voted for him?
And he's
I mean,
talking the same stuff he's talking now.
Obviously, according to my voting record, I vote by what I hear, right? Does my voting record tell you that I am solely guided on what I hear?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a lot of
Amen.
people.
Ooh, by
I
forcing,
represent every woman.
I like this
every
right here.
voter.
By forcing that everyone is unique, over time, the inevitable is that everyone will become boring. Exactly. Man. Well, if you guys can come up with some more, I guess, words that come to your mind when you hear Blue MAGA, put them in the chat. We should make a whole list of what it means to be Blue MAGA and then compare what Red MAGA is. I think Red MAGA at this point is just you're Cult 45. You're a Q-tard, you're Cult 45. Everything Trump does. I am an American.
Oh, hold up. I didn't know that was a choice, okay? Because you said, "Are you purple, blue, or red?"
No. You Blue MAGA. You stay over there.
Damn it!
Why you got to try to come up out of your lane and come over here? I'm American. No.
What? No, you just forced me into a corner. You gave me options, and I chose those options.
It's either that or they get more unique until they start promoting necrophilia, bestiality, and pedos. And listen to me. There's already zoophiles saying that they can have relationships with dogs.
Yeah.
And those same motherfuckers can say, yeah, but I believe in the Second Amendment, right? I believe in my First Amendment. I don't want no people coming over here. Y'all are in your own factions. Okay? And the Americans are trying to figure it out. I really believe millennials are going to save the day. Because this Gen X is too far gone for y'all. It's too many of y'all that...
Here we go.
Guys, let's just let people do what they want to do.
No, because the internet, listen, if we could just get rid of the internet, it would probably fix all of our problems.
Why would we ever do that?
Social media. If we got rid of social media, it would fix all of our problems. I'm telling you. Listen,
this is why
I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a whole bunch of people watching this show right now that are going to be mad when you get to heaven and see me on the same side of the gate as y'all. Okay? Because you're going to be like, how'd you get in here? And I'm like, I was just a good person. And then you find out that's all you had to be to get in the pearly gates. I mean, come on.
You know there will be people who are called lesser in heaven. Don't leave that out.
So you're implying that that's
I'm trying to be called great. That's what I'm trying to be called. I want to be in this next life we're going to inherit. I want to be the one dictating the shots next to God, telling the rest of y'all how you should be. I think that would be fun. So
what you're saying is I'm going to get behind the pearly gate and then God's going to be like, but you lesser. I'm going to be like, what does that mean?
The Bible said it, not me.
What I didn't say it. I got to get in a different line at the buffet every night. What does that mean? I don't get wings like all these other people. What does it mean? Lesser.
You don't get to go to the priority line. That's what it means.
Priority line for what?
I get to cut the line at the post office here. If you show up in uniform or pregnant, you go in a different line. You gonna be in the fields. God damn. Woo! I ain't even say that. Woo! We gonna be washing feet, Mo.
Oh, we're gonna be the pick your color girl in heaven. Anything you like, I do for you. That's gonna be us in heaven.
That would be Barack. Barack is gonna ask, how did she get in here? She was online talking about apes and stuff. Why did she get in here?
I'm gonna see you, and I'm gonna be like, "What's up? What's good?"
She said, "What's up?" Oh man. We'll see when we all get there.
We'll see.
That'll be the surprise.
Yeah.
I
You
have
know
no
what's gonna be
doubt
fun?
that
Wait,
Mo will be there.
you know what's gonna be funnier is y'all are gonna get there, and because y'all just, and I'm not saying Soonie or anything like that. I'm not naming names, but some of y'all be faking the funk, okay? And then you're gonna get up there, and you got in there faking the funk, and then you're gonna have to keep faking the funk because now you even closer to God. And Mo, I'm just gonna keep being me because I'm gonna be like, I got in here just doing me. Y'all are a bunch of suckers.
Oh my god, this is freaking hilarious.
Oh
Excuse
gosh.
me.
Who's this?
Purple MAGA United, we conquer the limp-minded. Somebody just put that in my chat on Instagram. They over here rhyming. I'm assuming y'all. So it seems like people are embracing Purple MAGA. Listen, I'm gonna make this last statement on this. I don't want to hear none of you bastards crying when a new world order comes knocking at your door. I don't want to hear none of y'all. They coming to your house first. They're gonna say, "Hey, look, Republicans and Democrats couldn't get it together, so we're gonna come in and implement what we believe is middle ground." And it's gonna be like, and y'all are gonna be like, "Okay, well, what is it?" Well, you can definitely be pro-life in your personal life, but you got to vote pro-choice for everyone else. Okay, check. And you also need to blur the lines on what men and women are. Okay, if someone wants to be called a she, just please respect their pronouns. It's just words. It's not going to take a whole lot out of your day. And y'all gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna call him a she, even though I know it's a him. The new world order is coming for y'all, and I'm gonna die.
And I'm
You
gonna
know
be
why?
like, who gonna make me do it?
No, you're not.
Who gonna check me, boo? That's what I'm gonna say. Who gonna check me, boo? Yes, I am. Because dude,
I'm
you don't know
dying,
me.
bro.
I'm a habitual line stepper. Okay. You come to me talking about I gotta vote this way and say this, that, and the other. If you tell me to do something, I'm gonna do completely the opposite.
It's that or death.
Who gonna kill me?
The powers that be.
Oh God, please.
Is that or death?
Whatever.
She don't want to answer. No, she don't want to answer. Whatever.
Listen, the quicker I get to heaven, so I could be there, just standing at the pearly gates, like, you didn't think I'd be here, did you?
Oh man. Well, this brings up our next topic, which is Project 2025. And I'm not going to get too much into it. I want to hear more. So Mo talk, because you guys have heard me talk for a full week about this. I know you're sick of hearing me run my mouth. I will give some opinions, but I want to hear your perspective. They've already heard me talk about this countless times.
You know, so you guys know that, like, I think a show or two ago, I really didn't know much about Project 2025. I think Marlandon like filled me in on it, and then I went and read up on it. And as I was reading it, and this was like before Trump came out and basically is like, I know nothing about Project 2025. You know, I have nothing to do with it. I was looking at it, I was just kind of like, well, what the problem is? Exactly.
What's the problem be?
What the problem is with Project 2025. Like, I really didn't see the problem. And then when he like disavowed it, I went back to it because his specific post said, I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. And I disagree with some of the things they're saying. And some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Abysmal. I was like, I didn't see anything really abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. So I found that interesting because I was like, surely Trump has people around him that can tell him who came up with this Project 2025. So I just Googled it. I Googled who authored Project 2025. And Project 2025 was authored by the Heritage Foundation, which is an activist American conservative think tank based in Washington, D.C. They were founded in 1973. Okay. So they authored this thing. So I was like reading up on it. And as I was reading up on their stance on Donald Trump in 2016, they actually didn't like him. They went on to CNN and said a bunch of very not kind things about Trump. Said that they weren't going to support him when he ran initially. And then when Trump won in 2016, they went on CNN during the transition and they said no other Washington institution has that kind of footprint in this transition. One reason for the Heritage Foundation disappropriation influence relative to other conservative think tanks. Then CNN reported was that other conservative think tanks are never Trumpers. They went in on never Trumpers. And they kind of flip-flop back and forth on whether they were for Trump or against Trump. So as I started to read this, I was like, it's interesting because the left is really pushing Trump, has this dangerous agenda. And I'm thinking, did the Heritage Think Tank Foundation have something to do with pushing this out to the media on the left and saying, hey, Trump came up with this. This is what he wants to do. When in all reality, they're the ones that authored it. Okay. I also was looking to see if I could find any evidence that there's donations to his not his presidency, but his running, oh my God, what's the word for it? Donations to his
What?
the fuck? Candidacy. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for?
Campaign fund?
Campaign funds. Yeah. If there's like any money between these two groups, right? That would show any type of connection. I don't see that either. So this is all very weird. Okay. And let me just end with saying this. I'm very suspicious of this all because Soonie has got me watching The House of Cards again. Okay. And The House of Cards has got my mind racing and I'm thinking there's all kinds of foolery going on. And if you guys watch The House of Cards, both sides are playing each other all the time. All the time. They're both playing each other all the time. And I think that's exactly what's going on here. Is there are people on our side, mainly my people, the Jews, that don't want Trump. They don't want Trump to run. They don't want him to win. And they'll do everything to, make him look bad. But I still find it interesting the way Trump worded his post when he said, I don't have anything to do with them. I wish them luck. Why would you wish them luck if you think what they're saying is abysmal?
Because he knows about them.
Because he knows about them.
They're all former senior advisors to his campaign. In 2016 and 2020. These were people who worked with him. How do you know about it but don't know about it? And then think some stuff is abysmal, but you wish them luck. That was a whole lot of double speak. Bottom line is this is tied to Christian nationalism. He is going to run far the fuck away because he's not going to govern like a conservative. The RNC literally just changed the party platform on abortion. They were making everything super vague. I don't think any of this is happening by accident. And I think Bryson poses the same question that I've been asking. Can somebody tell me why it's bad? Nobody has been able to tell me why it's bad. I've been asking for 5 days. Longer than that. What's the problem with it? Let's talk about it. And this is when I came across this Nick Fuentes video. This guy's on fire. When you hear what he has to say, you're going to change your mind. I'm telling you right now. By the end of this video, you're going to change your mind about everything you just said. In my personal opinion.
Me? I am?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Let's see.
All these people, they were coping about, hey, the Trump campaign's not so bad. We got Project 2025. Trump disavows it. And I saw some people say, some of them I'm friends with, they said, hey, guys, it's okay. It's fine because he's only disavowing the policies, but they're still going to take the personnel. And then a Trump advisor came out within hours and said, nope, we're not taking the personnel either. So it's no policy, no personnel. You're getting Bill Ackman. Okay, newsflash. You are not getting John McEntee. You are not getting anybody based. You are getting Bill Ackman. You are getting Peter Thiel. You are getting Israel. You are getting Indian immigrants. And you're going to like.
I don't get it. Why would that change? I don't understand.
Because, hold on. Because he literally just said the people who are trying to, so the way you prefaced it was, this is an attack on Trump somehow through Democrats, through these people, because they were never Trumpers and they had a bunch of things to say about them. So what if this is just them playing off of each other, trying to get him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What he just said was Trump outright rejected it, and you guys are no longer anywhere near the campaign. So how can they damage something when he is distancing themselves from him, right? He's distancing himself from all them groups, and the people who are going to potentially come in and maybe wreak havoc and try to get him to sign on with a lot of these recommendations, they're not even going to have access to him because he's not working with them. And then he just named a few people that are going to be within the cabinet that have nothing to do with Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would change your mind because I think that's a more convincing argument.
I mean, yeah, it is. I just don't know enough about it yet. Like I said, I just started like really looking into it. I mean, other than reading the 19 line items that are on here,
Mm-hmm.
which number 16, according to what you read earlier about the RNC changing the verbiage of whatever it was, the abortion stuff.
Yeah.
Number 16 is reverse the FDA's approval of abortion medication. So I'm really confused by that because that again contradicts. I mean, if this is his plan, that would contradict that. But I mean, I don't see, and you brought up a good point that this resembles something else.
What?
You said 45.
Oh, I think it resembles Agenda 47.
Agenda
And I'm
47,
specifically talking about their stance on immigration, their stance on education in the United States of America, the border. There was a few other things that I was just sitting there reading. Like these are things that Trump gets on stage and talks about anyway. He talks about the radical left. He talks about all this stuff. So what is the separation for? And in my opinion, the separation is because of how radical they are on things such as abortion and the LGBTQ, because they drew a hard line with that as well. Now, I don't know if Trump is going to come in and ban transgenders from the military. That's another reason he could be distancing himself from it. But a lot of it does sound like Trump's Agenda 47.
But look at this. Allow Trump to deploy the military against American citizens. Okay. Any president can actually do that if they deem necessary. Like they're just making it look like this guy's just going to like release the military. Like do people, so that's what I'm saying. Like the people that are reading this, like, are they looking at this and going, does this even make any sense? Like some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. Allow ICE to conduct raids at schools, churches, hospitals, playgrounds, and other sensitive areas. I mean, why not? I'm all for it. Get them out of here as soon as possible. That's where they'd be shooting people up, right? They'd be shooting people up at schools and churches and hospitals and playgrounds. So why not raid it?
This is what they're afraid of, and because Trump is going to govern in a moderate fashion, I think he doesn't want to scare off potential voters, so they're going to come out and say we don't have anything to do with this. We're drawing a hard line, and the people that you think are going to be associated with potentially making these recommendations and policy changes come true are going to be nowhere near my cabinet. So I'm kind of disappointed in Trump. I wish he would have just come out and say, you know what? I do know this group. I do know this organization, but I don't have any plans on joining together with them during my presidency. And you could have left it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could have left it right there. But you decided to lie. That's one thing I can't stand about Trump, bro. When he just tell the truth, man.
Did somebody write that for him and he just didn't even fucking say, no, I don't like that? Did he? I mean, I would.
I
hope
don't
that he
think
would-
nobody does anything for that old fucker. I don't think he
know.
allows to let anybody do that.
I think he has control over his tweet, his X profile or whatever, his social media.
Yeah.
But I think there's also other people that can post stuff on his behalf. But again, I don't think that's an excuse, because I think that, you know, it's your profile. Like, you should know you're a potential future next president, past president. You should know what people are saying on your behalf if that's the case. So yeah, weird.
Interesting.
We'll see.
I think a lot of what's already in Agenda 2025 is definitely going to happen in his presidency. But listen, when you're trying to gain votes and you have something extreme although I don't think it's extreme, to somebody who's not a Christian and doesn't draw a hard line on a lot of those things, that sounds crazy to them. But I think a lot of it is going to happen. I just think the things that we want to happen within Project 2025, I don't think they'll happen. But that's, what do I know? Here's another clip of Nick Fuentes. Absolutely, he's torching conservatives on this, man.
Picture this. So let's say you're John McEntee. Let's say you're James Bacon. You're with Donald Trump from the beginning. You're with Donald Trump since 2015. You're there when Trump is hated by everybody, hated by the party, hated by Fox News, hated by the media. You're there when Trump tells the Jewish donors, I don't want your money. I don't need your money. I'm a self-funder and I'm going to build a wall. And George Bush brought down the World Trade Center and he's a war criminal. And imagine you're these guys and you're with Trump when the campaign is 3 people, Trump and a few others. And he's organizing rallies. You're doing it all yourself. Imagine you live to see everybody quit the Trump campaign when he says they're going to ban Muslims, because they did. When Trump said he was in favor of a Muslim ban in 2015, everybody quit the campaign, except for the loyalists like Bacon and McEntee. They stayed on. Imagine you're with Trump through 2016, through the primary, through the convention, through the Billy Bush tape, when another dozen people quit. You're with Trump through the first term. Things aren't going so well. Trump betrays the loyalists and hires all the RNC people that he defeated, but you stay on. You come back under McEntee in 2020, you start to fix things. Trump gets thrown out of office. It looks like it's over. Everybody's unemployable afterwards. He gets impeached. They're criminally prosecuting him, but you stay in. Then you see Trump is making all the same mistakes. Trump is hiring all the people that betrayed him. They were never there for him in 2016. They weren't there for him in 2020. They tried to overthrow him again after January 6th. Now they're running the campaign again. But you're still, Bacon and McEntee, they're still there in Project 2025. We will save Trump even in spite of himself. We've been there from the beginning. We care about the country. We want to close the border. We want to reshore manufacturing. We want to end the wars. We're going to fight.
By the way, he's listing everything that's in Project 2025. All of what he's saying is in Project 2025.
Find the loyal personnel. We're going to put him in the White House, whether Trump wants them or not. Trump comes out today and says, I do not know them. I want nothing to do with them. I don't know them. They're abysmal. And then if that's not bad enough, these people have hung on for years. They've been loyal to Trump because they're loyal to America first. They've stuck by him despite the abuses, the betrayals, the disappointments, the twists and turns. And Trump comes out at the behest of people that hate him, at the behest of people that betrayed him countlessly, that don't really support him, that aren't even ideologically aligned. And Trump throws him under the bus yet again and says, I don't know him. I want nothing to do with him. Good luck. And then, even better, some bullshit GOP firm pays a guy like Vince Dow, some fresh off the boat Asian kid who's 13, who's 3 feet tall, who's a fucking nobody. They pay some Asian fob $100 to come on Twitter and talk about something he knows nothing about. He was in middle school when the first campaign happened, and to say Project 2025 has nothing to do with Trump. That's just some Washington think tank. Agenda 47 is the real campaign. And they paid some black guy in a Trump hat, one of these niggas for Trump, $100. Some black guy in a MAGA hat to make a video saying Project 2025. I don't know what you're talking about. Agenda 47 is what Trump's about. Check his website. That's his policy. Agenda 47.
Do you know who he's talking about?
Yeah.
I think that this is epic. That's just me.
You know what? I don't know what it is. Nick Fuentes has never appealed to me for some reason. And you know what's weird?
It's about what he's saying, man. He's saying a bunch of truth.
I know, but the way listening to him for some reason just doesn't like ring to me, because you know what? I'm like, the whole time I watch him, I'm like, is he related to Pearl Davis? Not because of what he's saying, but like the way his mannerisms and the way he talks reminds me of Pearl Davis, and it bothers me. I don't know why. Anyways,
okay, he's talking about Topher. He's an edgelord twerp. Bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that other stuff he's talking about. We're talking about Trump's actions. Like, you're abandoning all the people who have been loyal to you and replacing them with the very same people that hate you. That's what he's saying. And he's saying, because this is happening and because people are speaking about it, right? And because Trump is so scared of the left, it looks like a lot of the time, he's willing to pay for some people to come out and say, Agenda 47 is what we should be talking about, not Project 2025.
Yeah, I get all that.
This is in response to what Taraji P. Henson did at the BET Awards.
Yeah, I get all that. But then what? You know what I mean? Like, this is the problem with this. And I don't want this to come across bad, because it's not a bad thing to be very educated about these things and well read on these things, right? But great information. Thanks for it. All true. Probably right. Then what? Now what? Like, the average person hears that and it's like information overload, and they go, okay, so who do I vote for? Nobody? Like, that's what they feel like these people are saying. Like, you know, Nick was pro-Trump for a long time too. And now he's like, well, no, these, you know, I don't know if he is or he isn't, but it's just confused. Like, I get that everything he's saying is true, but it's like, just simplify it. I think that's why I can't listen to him, because I think maybe I'm not smart enough I'm not part of like the very intellectual group of people that explain to this extent. I'm just like the average person. I'm the average person, and I think like the average person, and I probably vote like the average person. You know? So I'm not saying anything against what he's saying. What he's saying is great. It's very informational, but like, I just can't. He just has never appealed to me. And has nothing to do with like his white nationalism or anything like that, because I could care less. But like, he's just never appealed to me, like, for information, if that makes sense. Go Blue MAGA. I'm not the smartest, and I understand exactly what he's saying. Yeah, but you know what? You're like a little bit more into this stuff than I am. Like, I like to talk about politics, but there's some people that like live in politics. Like, they live reading about this stuff. I'm not that person. Like, if it interests me enough at the time, I might look into it, but I have to come to that. Like, somebody talking about it is not going to interest me in it. That's just the way I work. But yeah, it's not that I don't understand what he's saying, Julius. I understand. I'm just saying, then what? So you gave me all this great information about Trump and how he's like going to pull the wool over your eyes. Well, okay, so at the end of the day, I'm the average voter. Who do I go vote for? Nobody, that's not going to do us no good. We're going to end up with Biden and Kamala. And then what? I'm definitely see, that makes me cult 45. Oh Lord. I didn't say Trump can't do no wrong. Don't get it twisted. Soonie, you're on mute. You've been on mute the whole time if you've been talking.
Wow. I have been talking.
I was like, she's awful quiet over there.
I mean, I'm listening. What you're saying is that was a bunch of pointless information because I can't do anything with it. That's exactly what you said.
Kind of. Mm-hmm.
Which is absurd because no information is pointless. None of it is.
I'm sure it's not to some people. Like I said, for me, you may be able to do something with it because you're not voting for either one of the candidates. But for me and the other people that are like, who do I go vote for? Because the truth of the matter is your choices are Biden and Trump. For me, I'm like, thanks. Now what?
Take that information and make sure you're having an informed vote.
Then
you understand exactly what you are and are not voting for. This is somebody who's like, hey, look, Trump is trying to distance himself from the very people that were loyal to him in his time of need.
Uh-huh.
Now to go take that information. Do I want to vote for Trump based on this? Or do I not?
Yeah.
If you can't use that information to say, okay, I heard what Nick is saying, and I think he makes a valid point, but I'm still going to vote for him. You're still taking that information and making a decision with it.
Well, then I guess I'm taking the information and making a decision with it because I'm saying to myself, I'm not a fool. There's going to be 0 candidates that are going to do something just as similar to that, which is turn their back on somebody that helped them at some point because they're politicians. That's what they do. So this is the election of the lesser of two evils. It always will be. It doesn't matter who the candidate will be. It'll always be that.
I hear you.
Sorry to disappoint you people.
I'm not disappointed.
No, I'm talking about people in the comments.
Oh, living in politics is a trap. The more people live in politics, the more you give permission to governments to act like they should be involved in your life. I think that's a pretty dumb statement. Being involved and being informed is not living in politics. I have a life that I very much so go live. I'm sure Nick has a life that he very much so lives when he's not reading something. I think people have accepted this like passenger seat ride in America. And I think that's why the country's fucked up, because people would rather remain in a passenger seat. It doesn't stop with Trump. Half of you don't even know who the fuck you're voting for at a local level. You just vote down ballot and then you complain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not living in politics. It's I'm being true to who I am. How can I get on here every day, every Tuesday, every Friday, and talk to you about being informed in politics, and I'm not even informed?
No, I think you should be informed. I definitely think you should be informed. Like when I go vote in my local politics, I go and read up on how these people are voting, what they're proposing, what they want to do. Of course, I'm looking at that. I'm not just going and voting down ballot. And if I don't know either person, I'll just leave it blank because I don't know. But I think sometimes for the average person, you can give them way too much information and it does more damage than good, because the average person doesn't know what to do with all that information. And it's not that they're okay with like riding in the passenger seat, but some of us just ride in our own car. Like I'm not a passenger in somebody else's car. I'm in my own car. I'm in my own lane. I'm never worried about like what somebody's doing or what they're talking about. And I'm happy for you if you're succeeding and praying for you if you're not. But I just think that like, this is what I was talking about when I said I hate the red and the blue and the colors, because it's just become so polarizing at this point. where it's like, you better listen to Nick Fuentes and you better make a decision. And if you vote for Trump, then this is saying this about you. And if you vote for this person, this is saying this about you. It's like, Jesus, I'm just
You don't
going to not have conversations with people about politics.
you don't think
I'm not
that's
saying,
projection though? Like,
what do you mean?
well, people do that to you no matter
Yeah.
who. Like Democrats do that. Republicans do that.
Mm-hmm.
They all do it.
Yes.
We do it to people. When someone says something absurd and you're going to vote for Biden, I can't believe you would go do that. I don't know. I guess if it's good for the, what do they call it? If it's good for the geese, it's good for the
Good for the
gander
goose,
type
good
of
for the
thing.
gander. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I'm going to go do it to someone, then you kind of have to expect it in return because everyone's thinking at their own pace.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an information freak. I tell my son, I told him this and it bit me in the ass. I said, you should ask whatever question you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how small it is, because when you ask a question, your brain is growing. It helps your brain grow. So
Mm-hmm.
now he's constantly asking. He asks questions about shit that I'm just like, why do you even want to know that? But here's the information for it. But that's me because I'm an information freak.
Right.
I want them to grow up and be like, look, I'm drawing a hard line here. I may vote for this person, but if it's just not in my wheelhouse, I'm not participating. But I'm going to go vote locally for my representatives.
Yeah.
I'm going to go vote here for my representatives. I'm going to know who my city council members are.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. To me, that's a very basic responsibility that you have as a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 2 seconds to go look at who is on the candidates as far as your state RNC goes.
Mm-hmm.
Your state GOP puts it up on the website. It takes 2 seconds. I just looked at all the representatives in my state in North Carolina. I like you. I don't like you. I like you. Don't like you. And my job's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But how many people really take the time to do that? And how many people really encourage people to go take the time to do that? Most people are just going to sit up here and talk to you.
Yeah.
And not tell you, hey, go to this website, go to congress.gov, go here. Takes 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to do a deep dive like me.
I 100% agree with you. All I'm saying is about me personally and Nick Fuentes, he doesn't appeal to me, this person that you see in front of you, because of the way he communicates information. It just doesn't appeal to me. Joe Rogan, for instance, is a liberal. Okay. It doesn't matter who he's interviewing, whether I know them or not. I will sit there and listen to an entire Joe Rogan podcast because it is the most simplest of conversations in the world. It's like just joining in on somebody's regular schmegular conversation. And sometimes they're talking about really big stuff and sometimes they're just shooting the shit and he's lighting up a joint and it's whatever. But there's a reason why he's that big. It's because of the way he relays his information and he does the show. I'm just saying, I have never appealed. Nick Fuentes has never appealed to me. His show has never appealed to me. His voice doesn't appeal to me. His content doesn't appeal. It all may be 100%. It just doesn't appeal to me. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I'm not saying don't do your research.
I'm so confused right now.
All I'm saying is that video you showed me, I was just like glossed over.
I was talking to Andreas. He said living in politics is a trap. My retort was to this guy in the chat.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm not saying you're saying it to me. I'm just adding on to that. I'm adding on to what you're saying to him because I kind of get what he's saying, right? Like there's some people who just don't live in politics and there's voters that don't live in politics. Should they?
Yeah, but I feel like
research?
to me, that's an insult because what is living in politics? To me, that's like, you don't live in reality. You live here. Stop living in politics. But it's not living in politics. It's just being informed. That was what I was saying to him.
Mm-hmm.
It comes off. It does. If I tell you to stop living in La La Land, I'm really insulting you and telling you to get your fucking head out of the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying to you in so many words. I'm just not telling you to stop being an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean, living in politics? Is someone who is well-versed living in politics, or are they just more well-versed than you?
Well, no, I think and he can correct me if he's still listening. I think what he's saying is that, like what we were talking about earlier, right? That when I said politics shouldn't carry on to the bedroom, and I don't know if it was you or somebody in the comments said it absolutely should. And I think that's living in politics. Like when your politics drives everything you do, that's weird to me. That's weird to me. Like, like for instance, like if a neighbor moves in down the street and I'm doing what I do, which is go introduce myself, bring you some cookies, maybe like share a meal with you. If I cook extra, I bring food to neighbors all the time. And I find out you're gay, right? All of a sudden, because of my politics, even though you're a nice person, you're not doing anything obscene in the street. You seem like a regular person, aside from the fact that you are gay. My politics is going to drive my decision making. That's the difference, I think, where some people live in their politics and some people just go by, like you say I do, which is kind of the wind. I'm just like, if you're a cool person, I'm cool with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know I'm never going to abandon Christian ethics to accommodate somebody. That shit's never happening. What? That's like denying Jesus. I'm gonna abandon all that for you, and you're a mere mortal. Heck no. Nah, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't do that. No. You could be cool and you're a good person, but yeah. And that's not even politics to me. That's the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I don't think I can do that.
But there are people that do by politics, right? Like they wouldn't, if they saw somebody that, even though they were a nice person, but they were clearly, a Democrat, they would immediately judge them based on that. Whereas I don't. Like I am friends with people who are Democrats. I can walk into a restaurant and it could have Biden-Harris flags all over it. If the food is good, I'm eating there. I don't give a damn how you voting. I'm eating at your restaurant. That's me. There are people that will not do that.
I'm not that bad, though.
Yeah, there are crazy people, though.
No. I don't think those people exist on the right, do they?
Crazy
people.
I
read because I'm only saying that because I read a study the other day that shows that Democrats are more likely to have mental illness versus a Republican. That sounds like a mental illness to me.
What does? Republicans?
To like, there's a Biden flag on a restaurant. I can't eat there. That sounds like it's like that's like something mental. That's why I said I can't see a Republican doing that because according to studies, guys, go look this up. Somebody put me on game the other day. Democrats are far more likely to suffer from a mental illness across the board.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, all the motherfuckers are Democrat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I've heard conservatives or Republicans, and I'm not going to say who told me this story, but somebody told me a story one time about they were like inviting some friends over to their house to come stay at their house, and they were coming from another state, and their son was in the background, and their son said, "Are they Trump supporters?" Because they were coming to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Are they Trump supporters? And it was like, why does that matter? Like, what does your politics have to matter? Our families are friends. Why does it matter how we vote? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Them Democrats.
Yeah.
Man.
But I'm just saying that stuff happens. No, they were Trump supporters and they asked if the other people were Trump supporters too, because they were like, don't be coming to my house if you ain't supporting Trump. That's crazy.
I don't know. That's kind of base.
Mental illness.
You vote for Trump? I don't know. Look, you want transition kids? You think kids could be transitioned? I'm asking all them questions. You say yes to any one of them, we gonna chuck the deuces. I'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah.
If I'm walking into a restaurant and I see an Israeli flag or Star of David, yeah, I'm dipping out of there too. I would never support something like that.
I wouldn't.
Would you go to a restaurant with the BLM flag outside of it? Because you know what I'm doing?
I have been in restaurants that have a BLM flag in them, and like I said, I don't play about my food. If the food is good, I don't care. It is your establishment. You can put whatever you want on the walls. Just make the food good. That's all I care about.
You just want the food to be good.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. Just like I don't go into there's a place down here in Dallas called Aunt Irene's in the hood, but the best place to get seafood, okay? Like crab, crab legs and stuff like that. I don't go in there worrying about what Aunt Irene and how she's voting. Her food is good. I don't care. I don't care if Aunt Irene herself has a felony and a whole record. I don't give a damn. Her food is good. As long as she don't kill me or do anything to me, we good. Okay, you guys are gonna get our channel banned like with all these comments. So we've already told you about this stuff before. Be careful with the F the J's and the swastikas and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna delete these comments.
Said, stop being a right-wing extremist.
Yeah, stop it.
Did you see Michelle Obama and her take on if she's going to support Joe for the second time?
I did a while ago. Yeah, she had said that a while ago, but you can go ahead and play it.
Yeah, this is fucking funny.
Again in 2024?
You know, I will have to see.
Do you hope that President Biden will run again in 2024?
You know, I will have to see.
That was funny.
I didn't know what to say.
That's because she's about to run.
She said, you know,
oh yeah,
dang.
Cheryl, you need to say, I was wondering about your fried chicken recipe. Okay, you have to send it to letstalkdarling@gmail.com.
Oh Lord, y'all are not talking about this bull fried chicken no more.
Okay, last topic is the frisk.
Stop and frisk.
The stop and frisk. Okay, so I'm going to specifically read this NBC News article because I thought the headline was hilarious. Okay, the headline says Trump courts black men as he pledges return to a policy that disproportionately targets them. Okay, that I thought was funny because I'm like, oh, okay, so all criminals are black. You just admitted that. NBC
Exactly.
News. Okay. Says more than 2 million black men have been stopped and frisked by the police before the practice was deemed unconstitutional. I'm not going to read the whole thing about the stop and frisk, but you guys know what it is. Okay. But this is what Trump said. This is a pillar of his Trump's anti-crime platform, which demands police departments reinstate stop and frisk, which allows officers to randomly stop and search people for weapons or else risk critical federal dollars flowing into their coffers. This is supposedly what the campaign website says, quote, I will insist that local jurisdictions return to proven common sense policy measures such as stop and frisk. So I honestly, I don't understand what the problem is. There's a lot of states that still have this. I think it beats them not frisking you and you getting a little hair up your butt to take off and run or to take whatever you got in your pocket off and aim it at the police or stab the police or do whatever. This way, they're eliminating any threat, right? They're patting you down and getting it over with. Of course, they're going to show these pictures from like 1950 of police officers, tackling black men in the street. But listen, I don't understand the problem with it.
There's no problem with it, Mo. Just more identity politics, and more bullshit. We need, stop and frisk took down the mob in New York. Did y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Rudy Giuliani took the mob on with his no nonsense approach to crime in New York. And New York was once upon a time one of the safest places to be.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all know that? All they're doing is telling us that they don't want America to be secure. They don't want to do shit about the border. They don't want to do shit about the crime. They're allowing people to steal. I think is it like up to $1,000 in California? What's the limit?
I think
As long as it doesn't go over. Is it more than that?
I want to say, yeah.
Bring back stop and frisk. I like law and order.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if the suspect is black.
Yeah. The only people that
I
have a
don't
problem with this
care.
are criminals, are people that are carrying shit that they shouldn't be carrying. That's the only people that should have a problem with this. This is not targeting black men.
And
This
like you
isn't doing that.
said, you made the best point ever. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud, which is you think black people are criminals and you think black men specifically are criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And this is somehow going to affect them in a disproportionate way. Shouldn't criminals go to jail? I think
Yeah.
they should, especially if they're guilty.
And you know what? If you are a criminal that is carrying something, this could potentially save your life. For the police to find it and eliminate any issues up front. All right, we got some people. We got Marlandon and we got Signal. What's up, guys?
What is up? Greetings.
Gas prices. Look alive. You guys look dead. Wake up.
I know. Wake the fuck up if you're gonna come up on the show.
I'm from
Why are you always slept in your chair? You give off weird creeper vibes.
me?
Yes.
Me? Because I'm slumped over in my chair. Really? Okay, sorry. Let me sit up right. I mean,
Sit up straight.
this chair is just small. It's a chair doesn't really fit me. Anyway,
But are you small? Are you small too? How big are you?
I'm a small guy. I'm like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay.
But all right. Anyways, I don't know how that got there. Now I'm from New York City. I'm a bit too young for Rudy Giuliani, his time,
Yes.
but I was around during Bloomberg, and the city was much safer then. You can attribute that to economic factors. You can attribute that to I honestly think with crime and all this stuff, it is mostly economic factors rather than any sort of political. It has politics and laws that does affect things, but I think the vast majority of like crime and problems is just people being poor or just like having a temper on them just because things are so bad. And stop and frisk, I think at the core, stop and frisk is unconstitutional, and at its core, it is not our American values. I think the principle
Why
of it,
not?
I'm against it, but because I mean, the history of America is that a bunch of Europeans came here because they didn't like how their government was treating them. They were getting taxed. They were being otherwise harassed by the government. Now, stop and frisk, you're being harassed by the government as well.
The government
just
or
because
police?
the police is the representative of the government. And
In
so
what regard?
the police are controlled by the government. That means that they're representatives of the government. They work for the government. They're government workers.
They work for the
now
people. They're civil servants.
I think that's a really nice word. That's a really nice phrase. But I don't think that's
we pay their
necessarily.
pensions and their
No, you're
salary.
right. You're absolutely right, and we pay for their PBA dues. We pay for their police union,
Right.
all that shit, and none of that stuff ever works for us. It only works for them. So yes, I think you're right. Yes, technically speaking, yes, they're public servants. Yes, you work for me, all that. Yeah, but it really the police enforces the law, and the law is created by the government. Yes, the government is run by people, but I don't know. I live in New York City. I see 90% of people do not engage with their local governments, let alone any sort of federal government, presidential election. They don't care about that shit. Last time they cared about it was when Obama was running for president. And that's me. That's me coming from somebody that's born and raised in the Bronx. I see what these people care about. The black and brown, poor, all the people that all the media puts their impressions and judges people. I actually have seen what these people are like. Everybody has their impressions of what like the poor, the black and brown are. You know, like the vast majority of people that are black and brown and lower income neighborhoods do approve of stop and frisk. They do approve of things like that
And
because they don't
why?
like the crime. Because they don't like the crime because they
All
see it.
right.
That's
So
why
why
I'm
go
saying
against those people that
I'm
you're
not
you
I'm not going against it. I'm not going
and why
against it. I'm just saying I'm saying I agree with it. I agree with the concept and like of stop and frisk. Like it's I agree with whether it works or not. Yes, it works. Is it constitutional? Is it fair? Is it American? I think stop and frisk is un-American. You know, because
why?
I keep looking at the flag behind you. It's not liberty. It's not. How is that liberty? How is it liberty to be stopped by the police randomly and just said, okay, well, I don't necessarily have a justification to stop you, but I'm gonna put my hands on you and I'm gonna look for guns. That's not liberty. That's living in Russia. That's living in China. Again, I'm agreeing with the numbers. Yeah, you can say stop and frisk does help crime. It gets guns off the street. But at what cost? At the cost of removing our freedom and liberties? Maybe you think that's worth it. I don't.
It is.
So you
Okay.
don't think establishing order on the streets is worth it?
That's not
Because
what I said.
what do you mean?
I believe in establishing order and peace on the street. I'm saying that this is the entire balance of government, right? Is you have to balance people's rights and not and also, you know, safety and freedom. Right? What's the saying? I hate to use quotes. The Ben Franklin quote, whatever, you sacrifice your liberty for security and you lose both, something like that.
But
But
I feel like
who's losing liberty and freedom with stop and frisk but a criminal?
yeah.
The point is that like what if you are a normal law abiding citizen, you're coming back home from work and you have to stop here at the side of the road for 30 minutes because the cop just wants to stop you.
And you
What
Well,
stop
I
about
for
mean,
those
30
people?
minutes. So
then
what?
you stop, you ain't got nothing on you. What's the
The
problem?
point is not that oh it's a minor inconvenience.
Hold on, pause. You didn't answer my question.
What was your question?
What is un-American about it? And how are
I
you relinquishing your freedoms and liberties?
you are
You
literally
only give up your freedom and your liberty if you get caught committing a crime.
you're giving your freedom and your liberty to that police officer. You're giving them that time just because they feel like stopping you. That
They're
you
not
are giving your
so you don't
liberty.
have you
You
have
don't
an
have
inherent
liberty if you
distrust.
hold on. Sorry, you were asking for me to answer the question, so I'm going to answer the questions.
You answered it, but you don't
It's
need
not
to
about
filibuster
distrust.
though. You don't need
It
to
was not about
filibuster.
distrusting. It's about there being a mutual level of regard for citizens. It's not just about it's
Where
not
is
just
there
about stopping. It's not just about stopping crime. It's also about being considerate of all these other factors. If you want to look, if you want to stop
what?
crime, if your number one goal is to stop crime, we can all live in a ghetto, in a Holocaust, Gestapo, whatever, and everyone can have security cameras on them constantly, and everyone, the moment they step out their door, they get stopped by police, they get patted down, whatever. You have something. We could live in that world if you want, but I'm saying
That's not the world we live in. Stop being dishonest.
we're approaching it. I mean, look, your phone is constantly monitoring everything that you
So
do,
what? Let
and
it monitor what I'm doing. So what?
that data is going from private companies directly to the government.
Dude,
We
you're
already
literally
don't
on
have
a
our liberties.
podcast right now
Yeah, this is all
giving your
monitored by
opinion.
Google.
And
This is
where
all
has the
monitored by
government
Google.
come
Yes.
down? Where has the government knocked on your
You
door to
think that
say,
you're
"Hey,
not?
sir, why are you cutting me off? You're on my show, cutting me off." You
I'm not
think
Michael
what?
Michelle Lynn. I'm not trying to be emotional here, but I'm
I'm
just thinking.
talking. Okay, you know what? Since you can't handle yourself, you can be unmuted after I make my point. Hold on. Yes, sure. Close the door, please. Go ahead. You started out with poverty being the reason for crime. You're muted. You've muted yourself.
What
You
the hell
muted
did
yourself.
Mojo?
She probably had to use the bathroom.
You still muted.
You can't unmute your guests because they chose to mute themselves.
I'd like to hear what Marlandon has to say.
I don't care what you would like. You're responding to me.
Yeah, you care about your
You're
guests.
being rude. I'm talking and you keep
I'm sorry,
interjecting when
man.
I'm
I don't
speaking.
mean to be rude.
So then allow me to run my show. You don't dictate what person talks next. Thank you. Like I was saying, how does poverty create crime? Sure. Sure. You muted yourself.
We can't hear you.
Safety.
Oh,
I
y'all
think
is
decent
funny.
Americans can have safety. You have our Second Amendment rights. You have that. Not every state maybe gives you the right to have it, but we are guaranteed that right. He's high.
So can you tell me how poverty equates crime?
People steal. People commit violent acts against each other.
Because
Property
they're poor.
crime. Property crime. Yes, absolutely. I've seen it myself.
So that should exist no matter where we go, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm not saying that crime is exclusive to poverty.
No. Let's
Because
stick here.
there's levels of crime.
Let's stick
But
here. Are you that what you're saying
no,
should ring
because
true everywhere, right?
I'm just making a complete statement. I think that crime is a very complicated thing, and a lot of Americans like to boil it down to laws. They like to boil it down to, or even just economics. It's a mixture of all of these factors. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
just gonna
it's
blame, like, like, for example, we have like the district attorneys in New York, whatever, what the guy's name is, Alvin Braggs or whatever his name is. Somebody was
can,
just
can we
someone
stick to
just
the
killed a
questions that are
woman.
being
Someone just
asked?
killed a woman,
Sir,
like, and everyone saw it, and literally security camera, everything, and the police are not doing anything about it.
y'all see
The,
this?
the, the guy's been
Can
arrested
you
and he's
can
been
you stick
released,
to the
and
topic?
same day, 30 days later, he's got to show up at court.
Hello.
Deflection
I'm
101.
agreeing.
You're not agreeing. You're going off on into another world
No, I'm
that
agreeing
I'm
with
not
I'm agreeing
attended
with what you're
to.
saying. Yes, you're right. The
You're
VAs, Alvin Bragg, you
I
mentioned the
didn't
VAs.
say any of that. I simply asked you to help me understand how poverty correlates crime. You then said, well,
Connection.
because when hold on. You then said because people are poor, they act out, they steal, they kill
I
each
said
other.
property crime. Yes.
Great. You said crime happens
You
when
take
people are
you
poor.
take my sneakers. I'm gonna shoot you because I don't have anything else to live for. And it's really, that's, you're laughing. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
no,
Where are you from?
stop. I'm from
You're
the hood.
laughing as if
So
that's
listen,
impossible. You don't know how many people I know that
I'm
have been killed
from
for
the
less than
hood.
sneakers.
So before you put your foot in your mouth,
That's why people do it.
I suggest you listen. Because people don't commit crimes due to being poor, sir. People commit crimes because of a lack of a moral compass. People commit crimes because of a certain culture that has been instilled in them. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm black. You're talking while I'm talking, which is fine.
Mike Yunt, it isn't even about the shoes. It's
All right,
not
you're
even
not even
like
paying attention to the conversation. Have a good day, sir.
Lord help all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
If he wants
funny.
to engage in a conversation with me, engage in a conversation. But you're being disrespectful. You're talking to the commenters. I'm asking you questions. You drift off into la la land, and here we are. I don't put out the link for you to come up here and act a fucking fool. And I know Mo's not going to sit up here any longer than she has to, and I'm not going to sit up here any longer than I have to, if this is what you're going to do. So if you want a conversation, I'm here for it. If that's not what you're here for, then please exit.
You're muted again.
Oh my Lord. I used to steal cars because it was fun and exciting. Huh?
He's saying that I didn't steal a car because I was poor. I committed crimes because I wanted to.
Who is he talking to? Is he talking like why do
I
we
don't
have enough?
know.
Okay, I'm gonna drop him. Okay. Because this is a waste of time. Like seriously, my dogs have to shit. Like Marlandon, what's up?
What's up,
What do you
Marlandon?
what did you think about this?
I feel like stop and frisk. It's really up in the air because it's good in a lot of ways, but you know how certain people, which I all know what I'm talking about. Oh, we target this group, we target that group, and that can be for any and everybody.
Yeah.
Like any and everybody. Anybody, if you was by some shit that happened, gonna think you had something to do with it. Anybody, even if you wasn't. But what they got to do with your race? Wait.
Yeah.
Nathan.
You know what I found comical? Like how people just pretend like because stop and frisk might be implemented, that means police are just gonna start stopping people for no reason. Okay. Because if I was a police officer, that's what I would do. Not. P.S. Yes, there are bad cops that do that. I'm not an idiot, but they're going to do that regardless of stop and frisk
Exactly.
because they're bad cops. They don't need stop and frisk to do that. Okay. So bad shit's going to happen regardless. I am 1,000% down with stop with frisk because if I get stopped or somebody I know gets stopped and I know that they're not carrying anything, there's no problem, then what's the big deal? The only people worried and the only people that were, well, I'm on my right, is because you're probably walking down the street with a joint that you shouldn't have or some other paraphernalia that you shouldn't have. And that's why you're worried. And then you're going to bring up, what was my right? That was in my pocket. I wasn't hurting nobody. These aren't even my pants. I borrowed these pants from my friend. See, that's the type of thing y'all are going to start to say.
These aren't even my pants.
Careful, they gonna call you a white supremacist because they gonna think you white based off how you look.
Yeah. No, do you know how many police cam videos I watch where people get caught with some shit in their pants and they're like, oh, these aren't even my pants. I borrowed these from a friend. I didn't know that was in there. Every time. Some lady had on a pair of leggings. I'm like, who the hell? Soonie, if you had a pair of leggings, I would never borrow them. And I would hope you would never borrow
exactly.
mine.
That's like too close for comfort.
Too close, dude. That's like buying somebody's panties.
Underwear.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Wait a minute. I know Josh is not in here talking about rights when you don't even think rights exist. What rights are being violated when all you have are entitlements to begin with from a government? You have no right to any of this shit.
I think he's joking because he said you're sounding like Arnold.
No, I'm fucking with him because
okay.
we have these debates all the time about what things mean. You don't even believe in rights.
Yeah. Oh man.
He was pissing me off, man. If it weren't for you,
when I went to go get water, what happened? I came back, it was super hostile.
You know how when you ask someone a question and they try to narrative build?
Yeah, people got that bad.
Answer everything but what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
He kept doing that.
Say some stuff that you never said.
And then he started addressing the comments, and I said, "Sir, redirect your attention back here because you're not here for the comments."
Yeah.
And he wasn't listening, and I was like, "If you were here, I would slap the shit out of you." And I know he's a man, but that's disrespectful as fuck, bro. Don't talk while I'm talking and then have a whole different conversation. That's what he kept doing that.
I came back and he was like, Marlandon, what do you have to say?
He was getting mad because I was checking his ass. Tell me how poverty and crime got anything to do with each other. Well, it's not all of it, but shut up. Fucking idiots, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I sit up and told Soonie I can't talk to the opposition because when I hear the wrong thing, I'm bound to snap. I can't do it.
He could have been stupid like that, right? But engaged with me and I would have respected him. But it was because he was purposely evading me. No. You do believe in rights? Rights are subjective though, Josh. Your right may not be the next person's right. And maybe the government didn't interpret your right to mean what you think it means. Welcome to a philosophical debate.
Hey, Marlandon, are y'all okay? Y'all didn't get hit by the hurricane?
Nope, I live in East Texas.
Oh, you live in East Texas. Dude, why they give that hurricane a black name, Burl? They gave him a Hurricane Burl.
I don't know.
Damn.
Uncle
Is it a
Burl.
black name?
This is Uncle Burl. Ain't that a black name? Burl?
Burl? I ain't never heard
Burl.
nobody named Burl.
I done heard of Pearl, but not
Listen,
Burl.
That's a super country name. Hurricane Burl. Byrl. Burl.
You made that shit up.
No, that's the name of it. Burl.
It was
Burl.
it was a Facebook account that made the name. They put the name on there, and they were saying all type of stuff.
Oh wow.
Damn. Did y'all see the fake they sent out a bunch of white nationalists? I forgot what it was. It was some event and they all came jumping out of fucking U-Haul trucks.
No.
All carrying the flag. They're all wearing the same outfit. Bro, I gotta find you that video.
I saw that. Wasn't it in Tennessee?
Yes. I'm like, yo, this is about to be another psyop. They're releasing all these white men with American flags and they're gonna label them
Wait, while you're
extremists
looking for
and
that,
nationalists.
while you're looking for that, I just saw this video, and I don't know if it's like recent or not, but it says that, this is James Brown body double Maxine Waters. It says she's struggling to look presentable. Look at this is hilarious. Watch this.
And I got something to say after that.
Biden. They've lived through his presidency. They've also seen former President Trump. They've lived through his presidency. They've heard these arguments about democracy, about the fate of the election. And yet Trump is not only winning, but winning increasingly by a larger margin. So what is the plan among Democrats to change that trajectory? It sounds like you're talking about saying and doing all the same things, but do you believe that something needs to change?
I think we need to keep working.
They've seen President Biden. They've lived through.
Speaking of Maxine,
She didn't know which way she wanted that wig to be parted.
I can't find it. Did you see her on the stage when they would question her like, what do you think about Joe Biden's old age? America's
I was
got
gonna say
concerns.
something about that.
And she said, "Shit, I'm older than Joe Biden. I'm still taking care of black people."
Yeah.
Where is that, man? I can't
Dude.
find the other one, but that triggered a woman last night. She wanted to come out and come up here and curse out Beyonce because he said Maxine Waters ain't doing nothing.
She's the one that said Maxine Waters gave money.
She said Maxine Waters gives us money. She goes all over LA and she's come to my area and whatever money she's got left over, she gives to us and we got parks and they doing touristy stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but what does the ghetto look like?
Right.
The ghetto.
What does the rest of the district look like? I don't care about the touristy areas. She was calling him all types of. He said, "You bitch ass nigga." Oh, this right here. Oh God.
This video, it just cracks me up. Her face, and then she just like leaves. But the look of disappointment on her face. I'm not gonna play because it has music. But she's like, "Hi," and he just like, and she's like, "Motherfucker."
She mad.
She's so mad.
Look at her.
And then the other lady behind him just starts talking to him. And she is so upset.
She's like, "You don't see me here?"
Lord. And to think 80 and 90% of people vote for them motherfuckers.
Did you see this guy? So this Asian guy whispers something to her in her ear, and then she's saying stuff to him. What? I didn't notice that before. He came and whispered something in her ear. She turned around and she was like, "What?" Anyways. Yeah. God, man. All my things are all political stuff. I hate it.
Stop living in politics, man.
Look at this shit.
And I saw somewhere where it said they got to like July 21st for something happened with the Democratic nominee or something.
I don't know. I don't even pay attention to the Democrats unless I absolutely need to. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not.
I don't know nothing going on with them. Oh, by the way, before we go, The teacher who had the students unbraiding his hair just got reinstated. He's allowed to go back to teaching. And they're trying to say that this was racially motivated because when white people do this with their students, it's not perceived as gross. And that they brought up the students bedazzling a white male teacher. Something he had going on and nobody thought it was weird. So that weirdo is able to go back and teach. I don't understand how he doesn't think it's weird to have somebody else's child's hands in your hair.
Yeah,
I'm
I think it's
checking
weird
out.
for anybody to have
So
your
this what I
child.
say. When you get slapped up by one of these kids' parents, I don't want to hear it.
Mm.
Like I say, with the racial stuff, I'm checking out.
What was
I done checked
what
out.
was the reason that he was doing that? Like he was teaching them about hair textures, or what was going on?
Being
And he
being them
said,
kids' friends, being too friendly.
He was taking
I'm
his
gonna
hair
let-
down on the job in the classroom.
he said he needed to take his hair down and he thought it would be cool while they were doing like the end of the day stuff to have the students help him.
That's weird.
Because he's a social media content creator that's also a teacher.
Oh, okay. Hi, Emery.
Say hi. Say hi to
Man,
everybody.
She's getting her color or she's tan. That girl got dark.
And we've been outside in the pool swimming for days.
Oh my gosh, Emery, you are getting dark, girl.
Dark is
curls are-
good though. Don't play Mo.
No, I know dark is good. You know, I'm all for it. Listen,
Yeah.
earlier me and Soonie were showing our tan lines because I have like crazy tan lines.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like,
She looked at me like black people tan, and I showed
Yeah,
her my
Su-
body. I'm two
Soonie's
different
like,
colors,
I'm
girl.
Soonie said I'm tan. Like her untanned body parts are like 5 shades lighter.
Yeah.
Seriously. I was
It
like,
really
dang,
is.
it really is dark. Damn.
I got a dirty tan right now. This when this like sunburn. My nose is so sunburned, y'all. It's been peeling for days. That's why I'm so glad the camera's not like when I'm on live, you can see it. I'm like, this looks so gross. But my nose and my lip got so burnt. I was outside for 7 hours one day in the pool, just swimming. And I was like, I don't need any sunscreen. You know how you are? I'm in the water. I don't need any sunscreen. Psh, got fucked up. My shoulders hurt.
See, I put it all over me. I put sunscreen all over me, but I still get tanned.
Don't let anybody lie to you and tell you that black people don't need sunscreen.
Oh yeah, they do. Everybody
Yes,
needs
we
it.
do. You can
Everybody needs
burn
it.
as a black person. I've got proof. I've lived in this country for 4 years and I get burnt every summer.
Did y'all see where Sonia Sotomayor bodyguard shot somebody that was trying to steal?
No.
Yeah, it was a story that I came across on Twitter, and like people were saying, so her bodyguards can have a gun, but she want everybody else disarmed.
Right? Exactly.
But that's the stupid Latina for you. I can't stand that woman.
I
She the
know.
Right,
worst.
because what would have happened if her bodyguard, aka gun, wasn't there? Something probably
Yeah.
would have happened to her.
Yeah, I told you, she the worst Supreme Court justice. I don't care what nobody say. Next to Ketanji Brown.
Yeah. Kentucky.
Did you see that RFK went and did an interview with Tasha K? Did y'all see that wretched shit? I'm pulling it up right now. I felt so disrespected when I saw RFK. Like, bro, that's the black woman that you're choosing to represent us? Her wretched ass?
Oh,
What?
wow. I
And
didn't know
guess
anything
what
about
they
that.
talked about? Guess what they talked about?
What?
You got to guess. I'm not telling you. Guess what they talked about?
I mean, I don't even know because I don't know what
Marlandon, guess what they talked about?
Trump?
Shit.
No.
Diddy?
Elmo.
Ammo?
The baby said Elmo.
Oh. Ladybugs?
Reparations. Look at this.
Oh,
you see
Lord.
the default? Tasha K with some
What
glasses
about
on.
reparations?
Them ain't even prescriptions. Why do people do that?
When they
Why
when they
do you
try to
put
look
on
smart,
fake? Yeah. Listen, the people who got to wear these don't even want to wear these. I really can't see. This is not a fashion statement. I hate when
Me
people do that.
neither. I should be wearing glasses and I don't.
They talked about reparations. Look at this shit, man.
You feel about reparations for African Americans?
I think there's a strong moral case for reparations for Black Americans. I don't tell people that I'm going to do that because for two reasons. One is the reparations for systemic racism since the Civil War are now clearly illegal under the Harvard decision that was written by John Roberts and by judges that Trump appointed. So it's now off the table. You could do legally, it would probably pass constitutional muster to do reparations if you could directly trace your ancestry to slavery. And though that would pass constitutional muster, but then
it's like 20 people.
You would have to get Congress to appropriate the money, and that will never happen. So I don't tell people I'm going to do things that I know I can't do or I believe I can't do. I tell people I'm going to do things that I know I can do. And if you look at my program,
okay, I can't listen to his voice anymore. We got down to the business, right? Bro, he said what Republicans have been saying for fucking ever. Listen, prove that you come from a slave and go for it. And then wait for the whites. You just called this system that we exist in systemically racist. Wait for this systemically racist government to issue you your funds that you feel like you're owed. This white supremacist government. Do y'all understand how stupid you sound talking about reparations in 2024?
Yeah.
What in the world? And then you pick Tasha K.
Dude,
Angela Stan King, you ain't shit, bitch. You told him to do this funky shit.
Oh man, they're just trying to get
the
those
ratchetest. You picked the most ratchet hoe out here.
They try to get those black votes away from Trump, man.
Good Lord.
I cannot stand RFK's voice, man.
I can't either. It's cracky. It's that's what they sound like. And I had to cough. I don't see how he don't be coughing. Damn. Shit.
Well, I'm out of topics. No.
But yeah, besides that Sonya Sotomayor stuff, that's really bad that I came across.
Yeah.
Y'all want to see some shit? Y'all want to see some ghetto shit?
Yeah.
They selling these at the store right now.
What? Those are KFC wings? Dude, look, you got the two big bags. You got the two big bags attention.
And I'm gonna feast some chicken wings.
They're KFC chips.
Oh, they're chips. I thought they were like chicken wings in a bag. Dang, I'm not.
No. But it's KFC flavor. That is so ratchet.
Does it taste? What does it taste like? Does it taste? Oh, yeah, you said ratchet. Yeah, you got them in your house. Does it taste like gravy? What does it taste like?
I don't pretend like I'm not a little ratchet.
Is it taste good? How you gonna be
Tastes
eating?
like KFC chicken, man.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I wish they would sell? Just a bag of like chicken skin. Ooh, just like pork rinds, but like chicken skin.
Gotta be crispy.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
That's my favorite part is the crispy part of the chicken.
Go get you some KFC chips.
KFC chips.
I don't have those here. Who makes those?
Order them. Go on Amazon. Do you know Japan has Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Overseas be having a lot of good shit, to be honest. Food, clothes, all that.
KFC chips. Let me see. Hold on.
Mo got a good old iPhone. She up to date.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When I went iPhone, I never went back. I've had an iPhone since like 2014.
Oh my gosh. They have KFC Ruffles. Original recipe chicken flavored Ruffles. What? Dude. Oh,
Hell
somebody said these
no.
are disappointing.
These ain't disappointing to me. It's good to my soul.
I be trying to try stuff, but trying new stuff is hard. I be used to the same stuff I eat.
Oh, you're like a what is it called? A repetitive eater? Like you eat the same things?
Yeah, I would look like Soonie was saying earlier, trying stuff, new stuff sometimes ain't always good.
Nope.
See, I'm the girl that you could take me anywhere because I will try anything and I can usually eat whatever. I'm not a picky eater at all. And you can
That's why
you can like put something in front of me and not tell me what it is and I'll eat it.
Ew.
Yeah.
if it don't look right, I can't eat it. If it don't
It
look
don't
right,
smell right. It don't look right.
I
It's
can't do it.
It's gotta smell right. But if it looks gross, I won't eat it. But I'm a very like adventurous eater.
Plus, it depends on who cooking it. We don't eat everybody cooking.
That part.
We don't.
I come over your house and you let your dogs in the kitchen. I'm not eating nowhere near your table. That's nasty as shit. You got dog hair flying around.
All the on the floor, on the table. It'll end up in your mouth. Oh no.
No.
What'd you have for dinner tonight, Marlandon?
Here you go. I had some chicken wings. I had some fried chicken wings.
Yum.
Sarah, some chicken?
I'm still eating my dinner, but I made some sesame beef. It's really
What is
yummy.
that?
Sesame beef, just beef flavored with like sesame oil and a little bit of coconut aminos. Just
Coconut on steak? Oh.
coconut aminos. So it's like a sweet soy sauce.
Okay.
Speaking of food, I remember this one line. This is back in like April. How you was talking about a medium rare steak and some
Same
potatoes, Mo.
Yeah.
And Soonie gonna sit up and tell you that was way too heavy.
Ooh, dude, that sounds so good.
She said it's too heavy.
Heavy?
She said
Dude,
it was
that's-
way too heavy. Like
No,
a baked
no.
potato in a medium rare steak.
Dude, when I have a baked potato, I eat the entire thing, like the skin and everything. Like I don't leave
She said it's
anything
too
behind.
heavy.
What?
That is too
Soonie?
heavy.
No,
That's
so
too much
good.
in one setting.
Sometimes you
She
need
said
a
spread some of that out.
Sometimes you need a heavy meal though.
For what? You only need a heavy meal, like if it's cold and you're gonna be inside, because you're not gonna be that active. What's the point of eating heavy when you're just gonna sit on your ass for the rest of the day?
Because sometimes, like when you know you're gonna be sitting on your ass all day, or you're gonna go to sleep, like a good heavy meal to just like put you in that like I'm gonna hold you like tight through the night
What?
type of meal.
And
Yes.
Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I don't want to be held tight through no night.
And speaking of the way I eat heavy, that's why I'm heavy now.
Well, okay, well, let me ask you a question, because in your picture, you look a lot thinner. In your picture here.
That picture damn near 4 years old.
4 years old, and how much weight have you gained since that picture?
Oh my lord.
A lot?
I done
Oh,
gained
my
about
Lord.
I done gained about 50 pounds.
50 pounds? And why did you gain 50 pounds?
It's like with me, like I used to eat and not do nothing, and that was my problem. I used to eat and just sit around. I had to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Are you moving a little bit more now? Are you trying to lose the weight?
Like I've been losing a lot of weight in the past months. And yeah, I still eat every now and again, eat a lot every now and again, but I don't do it like I used to, where I just sit around. I'm always active now.
You don't have diabetes or anything, right?
No.
Oh,
Diabetes.
How old are you,
But
Marlandon?
I'm 21.
Oh my gosh, you're only 21. Yes, you need to lose that weight. You are too young. Because it gets harder as you get older.
Yeah, that's what my daddy was telling me. He a diabetic.
Oh yeah, you got it on your. See, that's my problem. Is I had it in my family.
Yeah, and him, like with him, he be trying to tell me to take care of himself, and I be telling him, you need to take care of yourself too and take your medicine. And he hate doing that.
Yeah.
My father's
You know what's
stubborn
hard
sometimes.
though? Like when I was at my biggest, because I was like in the 400-pound range.
Oh
Is
my!
You didn't know that?
No, like I saw a few pictures with you having some weight on you, but not almost 400.
I was 420 at my highest.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, but I will say this, being Hispanic and like when I have been always like the chubbier person, right? Like I was never like obese like when I was young, but I was always like the chubbier out of all my friends. And it was so hard to lose weight because I remember like until my family completely changed the way they ate, like cuz Hispanic, like we always eat rice. We're always eating starchy things, right? So until that stuff stopped, then I was able to lose weight because like it was so hard for me that like everybody was eating like rice all the time with every meal and like fried stuff. And I was like over there suffering. Okay. Because that's the thing is like I lost this weight still eating what I love to eat because I am not a salad girl. I'm not that girl. I am like, I have steak every day. Every day I have a steak. Okay.
That's
It's
like
not
me with chicken.
Yeah, but I don't fry it or anything like that. Like I'm just having a steak with salt and pepper, and that's all I eat. No sides, no nothing.
Because when I tell you, I used to eat Wingstop damn near every day, a 10-piece every day. I used to eat Wingstop constantly. I used to eat Wingstop a lot. I used to eat beef noodles a lot. I used to eat hamburgers a lot. I used to eat oatmeal pies a lot.
Oh my
All
Lord.
that weight had built up in my stomach and face.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to try to just for your health. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're 21. You don't want to have all those
And the
problems.
wings I used to get is original height, a 10-piece. Well done.
And did you eat the fries at Wingstop? Because those fries are good.
I did it every now and again, but I mainly just got the piece by the piece.
Dang. Because Wingstop fries are my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, but like I say, I'm a fiend for some chicken wings.
I feel you. Listen, if I could be fat and there was no consequences, I would be. Just right now. That's how much I love food. I love food that much. It's just there's no feel if I didn't feel good. Like if I felt great, but I didn't feel good when I was big. So
Yeah, because like my daddy sit up and told me, as you get older, it's easy to gain, but it's hard to lose weight.
yes, very hard. Very hard. Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta go
Soonie's a
because my dogs
character.
have to go get walked.
Well,
I just wanted to give my Gabrielle Union smile because I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm black. So I just
you
felt the need to hide my upper lip. That's what she
Chuck E.
said.
Cheese.
You look like what?
She said I was trying to hide the fact that I was black, so I hid my
She had a
upper
big
lip.
She hit her upper lip because she said her upper lip was too big.
As if your skin color didn't tell. They couldn't tell from how you look or your hair
Good Lord.
texture.
And Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade pimping they son out, bro.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zaya. That's the name there. Zaya.
Yeah, Zaya.
I'm
a
not
boy,
calling
Damien.
him. I don't know his name. He's going to remain a him.
That's a damn boy, Damien.
Yeah,
That's
and
a boy.
And he's looking like more of a boy each day. Like he's
Exactly a strong face.
A strong boy face. Them hands getting big. The feet are getting huge.
They fucked him
Yeah.
up. That was messed up what they did to that boy.
But let everybody tell it. He's supporting his child. Let everybody tell it.
Ew.
Except for that.
Well-
except for the mom, the real mom.
Yeah, she don't support
Really?
that at all. And they shutting her out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, Emery looks like she's tired. She's like rubbing
She
her
is
eyes.
sleepy.
Emery bored.
but these states need to keep doing what they doing with the 10 Commandments and pushing the Bibles in school. I don't care what nobody says.
Not even.
We can push pride, but can't push the Bible. That's bullshit.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Say bye-bye.
Bye, Emery.
Tell everybody bye-bye. Say bye.
I love
Bye
all of
bye.
them.
See y'all.
Bye. Bye,
See
more
ya.
Landon.
Alrighty.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
So when you're done getting high, it's over when the party's over.